small little eyes without my glasses. How do I even see? Oh. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello, Oak. Oh, yeah, shit. Hello. Thank you. Your chicken has evolved. Also, hello, Biker Amy. Nice dogs lately you've been posting. Hello. Give me a sec. My hair and my eyes and my ears all funky. Oof. 1 year. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Cool. Do you want to continue then? You all alive and well, chat? Heck yeah, 1 year. I like seeing the good doggo updates. Always good. By the way, I've been storing my water jug behind this monitor, but I don't know why I've been doing it backwards. I don't hold it by the handle, I hold it by the front. Because I don't know why, I keep putting it back to front. It's kind of annoying. Maybe because I hold it in my right hand, then I put it back with my left. Yeah, that's probably what it is, actually. Put it backwards like this. There we go. Nearly spilt that water everywhere. That would have sucked. Heck yeah. Alright. Let's game this video game. So we just had 2 murders. Oh, you can use the arrow keys. We just had 2 murders. 2 people hecking died. I'm not a water Pokemon, that's not true. Although wait, is my 3D missing? It's not. I caught a Chansey earlier, chat. I found like 2 almost exactly in a row, and the second one I caught with like 2 Pokeballs. Like what the fuck? Chansey's like a 1% chance to show up, and then it's like a 1% chance to catch. Nuts. It's nuts. Is this Go? This isn't Go. No. Britta sounds like a Pokemon thing. By the way, Tom, you say it's filtered water. I haven't cleaned the filter in like months. It's basically like worse tap water. What do they want me to do in here? I went all like blue for a second. Hina's definitely okay, yeah. For now. Hello. Yeah, she's not very happy right now. I was trying to talk to Hina.
Huh?
Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to? Good question.
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies. Do you think they could be in those lockers earlier that we said probably didn't do anything? Oh, the door's locked. Yikes. Hello. Hi. Filtered water. Yeah, filtered water tastes weird, but it's in a jug, and a jug is easy to hold and refill, versus going up to the sink every single time. And it's got like a cool lid on it, so dust doesn't fall in, probably. You can always just lick the road if you want minerals, you know? How come it's in here? I don't think he'd fit. I'm looking for a dead body. Let's not look at the locker in the corner of the room. That sounds about right. I'll drink water when you can have pure energy and death. Hell yeah. Just photosynthesize for it. Sorry, we're just going to assume that he hasn't been stuffed inside the billiards table. Alright. Eat a rock. Hell yeah. I see we have some Gorons in chat. Jesus Christ, Mary, they're minerals. Is that Breaking Bad? It's not Breaking Bad. I thought that happened in Breaking Bad, though. Crunch your teeth on a rock. Big crunch. Hello.
Come on.
Why are you standing there? We need to go to the repository. Is that the thing that you put in your bum?
Indeed.
I found them. They were both hidden in the repository. I told Hina and Sakura, let's go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository. That's a suppository. Well, they were walking this way. That must be here, right? No, okay. Where the heck is the repository? Is that the, like, cardboard IKEA box down here? That doesn't make sense. The hell is a repository? Is that the thing at very, very bottom, like on floor 1 with all the stuff in it? This is your last stream. Are you moving really soon? I was there earlier. Oh, was I? I guess it's on this floor then. Is it the art repository? Is that what that means? Is it like this stuff at the back? Oh, it is. Are the bodies in here? Do you think they could be in the locked room? The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked. It was locked earlier. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Oh, no. The people that were killed earlier and stored in a room are still killed and still in the room. Oh my word. Watching Bullet means waking up at 4 a.m. Just have to take a page out of chat's books. The smell of blood made me gag. Before my eyes was unquestionable and unwavering reality. When I heard the announcement for a second time. Ding dong bing bong. You killed them. Don't do that. Stop that. Murder's not cool.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may use.
Yeah, I get it. And here we are. Without further ado, it's the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies for the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was hard to resist, but it turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Alright, weirdo. Make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class
See
trial.
ya later.
Yeah, bodies. Woof. Whoa, is it not Woof? Is it meant to be Woof Woof? Is your name not Woof? Is it Woof? What the heck? Since we discovered the bodies, that's all that's left is to uncover the culprit. Hold on. How can you be so calm? They're dead, you know.
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. And they're never coming back. This is awful. I don't like the Hina crying voice line. Stop that. Stop this. This is horrible.
Who would do this?
I don't want to see this.
Why?
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 Oh, the works. Oh, it's awful. Bloody hell. If this was some world of make-believe, there might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes, but it wasn't a movie. He's heckin' dead. Oh no. What? This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I? So cold. Is winter coming?
Jesus Christ.
Hifumi, wake up! Huh? That's right.
Is Hina about to have someone die in her hands?
I remember now.
Be pretty yikes.
Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His face reminds me of the NPC that teaches you all the moves in Banjo-Kazooie. His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu.
Yasu, eh? Yasuhiro. Oomph. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Jeez. Death for the second time. Absolute and undeniable. Jesus wept. No matter, I'm not going to read that. There was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat?
Stop talking.
Going out of his way to return just to leave us with unnecessary dying words. Now the game has become really boring. Alright, cunt. You said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps.
Yasuhiro Hakagure. That's the only person he could have been referring
So
to.
in other words...
Well, that the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing both of them. And going as far as to hide their bodies. You're not going to stay at all? Ah, au revoir, Shoshana. Thank you for saying hello, at least. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
If it's true, then I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends.
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in a life or death game here. Although this time it's not life or death, the trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yeah, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Heck. I'm gonna miss Horichow. I can't believe he's actually died. Let's check the Monokuma file. The victims were Yamada and Ishumaru. The cause of death was a blow to the head. It was thought they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it.
Very strange.
Yeah, it's strange. We got way less information this time than before. Yeah, we got like no time or anything. Although I guess, yeah, we do kind of know that, don't we? The events unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone has been missing for a while. Yes, Kyoko.
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the hit killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear.
So you have each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only
They could have
the one
each
who
murdered
does the
one person.
killing will get to graduate.
There's two people
so
who died.
In other words, two people can work together.
Well,
But one of them has no chance of profiting from
they
it.
could have just separately murdered one person, didn't they?
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Music's pretty good, yeah?
In other words,
You can become accomplice with no
So
gratification.
then,
You're saying no one worked together?
hey,
I can't answer that. Well, it's obviously what he's getting at, is that two people... Or at least he's trying to incite that. Probably in the end it was just one person, but that's the path we're going down. Just reschedule streams to 4 AM. Ah yes, 4 hours before I wake up. I will not sleep. I will finish working, sleep, wake up, stream, and work. That sounds great. What about the rest of chat who aren't waking up at 4 AM? There's some slappers in the Saki game. Is there? I would not have thought. I thought they would have just fired everyone who did all the music in this one. Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
So we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
well,
Then we take this opportunity to cardfly the whole shebang. In this trial, what you need to determine is
scream!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. Just one person.
Well now,
That's enough explainifying. Now it's back to the final battle between all of you. Good luck to the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. I can't see why Kyoko would be connected to it after all. You might be right. If that's true, then where are you?
however,
Scooby-Doo. As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's go back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have no doubt Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further info.
So,
Shouldn't we consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? You mean Genocide Yak?
what?
I'm offended. Oh, you're here. Kya. When did you get here? I've been looking all over for you. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Anywhere, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. They're talking to me. I'm the milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack.
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
You're a serial killer.
What?
I'm a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the body disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Thank you, Turbo Boner 2014. Taka's body aside, I can't see any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I'm gonna make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
No, we can't kill you next, by Kurimi. This game was made 9 years ago. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
so then,
Hina and I can handle that, you don't mind, do you? Sure, I'd be useless on the investigation anyway. Poor Hina.
it's all clear now.
That's that, let's begin. This whole thing's so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. I reckon both Hina and Sakura are going to die, because these were both killed by two separate people, and they were all this guy. And me. He'll never move again. Justice Hammer's fall was near his body. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp under his body. Did they use this to move the body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind. There was... Were they killed on the tarp? I don't remember. Okay, Horror-chan, that's weird. His big cold body is laying on the floor. Right, push it in. His really big body. Jesus, he's super dead. How was the killer able to move someone so large? From the nurse's office, he was discovered here at the Billy in the repository. All the way from the first to the third, and without anyone noticing it. It's no good, I don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to figure out investigating Hifumi himself. His fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3. Ah, what? Something's off about his body. Why do I get this feeling something's different? Something about his body in the nurse's office versus now. His glasses are cleaned, yeah. Someone wiped his glasses off. Who did that and why? Well, he might have just woken up and wiped them off. Probably. So it was definitely Sakura, because she's like stupidly tall. And the person in the robot suit was like 2 feet taller than the fat guy. And she can definitely move bodies around. Like, look at those thighs. Jesus Christ. And she also didn't want to talk about her money situation earlier. Despite her being like a moral character. Maybe there's something we don't know about her yet. Alright, I get it. Dead body. Oh, do you think they were put on the dolly? Never mind then, I guess Sakura didn't do anything. Someone just put the body on the dolly. Sorry, let me clean my glasses before I die. Yep. Well, you want to be able to see, don't you? Wasn't this in the equipment room? Man, look at the wheel. There's a bloodstain on it. What's the explanation for that? I don't know, I guess she could have been an accomplice in the murder. Probably not, it might just be the tall guy. He's extremely dead. Clean glasses are important, like the start of the stream. Are these the Justice Hammers? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model? They've obviously seen a lot of use, they're covered in debris and chalky stone powder. This hammer isn't dirty and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer. Alright, weirdo. It's time to duel. Do you think Hero did it? Yes. He said Hero's name. Why did he hide his identity with a weird costume? I mean, how would he know it was Hero if he was wearing a big-ass costume? Unless he took it off.
What?
That's what all that bothers you. It's a couple other things, like why did he try to hide the bodies? They probably figure if we couldn't use the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. We found them pretty easily. I guess Hero is kind of stupid. Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. I hope they're not going to say that Hina did it.
What?
If you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if the killer, the #1 priority is not getting caught, but killing 2 people means more clues and more chances you get to find out.
I see.
I doxed myself by showing my water jug. Shit, you're onto me. Hold on, so maybe that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. But you have my appreciation. I might have some fun with this after all. It's Uber 2 people that did murdering. Maybe Hifumi killed him, and then he was killed by the murderer, and there's a murderer out there who might do some more murdering. What's up? I've been thinking about something. It's about the suppository. After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around. I was really scared, so we stuck together. We came right to the repository to look around, but when we got here it was locked, we couldn't get inside. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So who locked it and why is it unlocked now? It is wide open now. Maybe it wasn't locked, maybe it was just jammed, like at the start of the game. There are many aspects to the incident this time, too many to be honest. Considering that, it might be good to look back on everything that's happened. I would like your help. Why would I not say yes? This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall, assuming she's telling the truth. I think she's telling the truth, because she's bigger than me, and I can't afford to say no. Alright, good night, Turbo Boner. Have fun with your murdering. Hina, Kyoko, you and myself. We waited for the others, but no one showed up, so we decided to look for them. It was 8 o'clock when we began our search. Soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, and then Quet came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked. Well, she didn't. I mean, it could have been Celeste, I guess, but. She does like dressing up, you know? Goths, giant mechs, same kind of thing, right? Robo Gundam. Yikes. Kyoko isn't found yet, no. She was attacked by an individual and lay unconscious for half an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, at 7 o'clock. Based on the picture, her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. Robo Justice. They dragged Hifumi away. Maybe the room was locked because the costume was in here. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the assailant. We found Hifumi the library on the 2nd floor. We took him to the nurse's office on the 1st floor and resumed our search, but not long after leaving the nurse's office. What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Celeste might be an accomplice, I guess. You're watching Charlie stream on the Game Awards with Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding, and your opinions on it are divided. Charlie is in Moist Penguin. Is his name Moist Penguin? No, Moist Penguin was a Highlander player. Turbo Moist. Penguin Z0. What's his other name? Critical. That's it. He has like 8 names. Monkey Nut Connoisseur. I saw a shadow something at the top of the stairs. Based on the Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we began to split up and look for searching. Moist Critical, that's it. Right after that, Celeste screamed. Apparently she had seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. We quickly made our way to the 3rd floor then. Well, she would have had plenty of time to set stuff up if she was the timer for us to start looking. She would have just done all her stuff and then yelled. That was an intense scream for someone like you. Yeah, she's doing things that are weird. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I blocked the stairs. Okay. So he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared. Can you not have just smacked you on the head? Oh no, I guess you can't kill 3 people, can you? Yeah. What was that? It came from downstairs. It was Hifumi in the nurse's office. She could have shulked back to go and murder Hifumi at this point, and then while we all went down here, she could have gone up to move the bodies. Maybe, maybe not. Hello, you just joined. Hello. We're just getting a recap. What's been happening so far? Just recaps on the murders. We found the bodies in the thing at the back of the art room, like the storage cupboard, and we're just recapping. You, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect onto the 3rd floor, and we got back to the nurse's office. We found Hifumi's corpse, which is when we heard the body discovery thing. I left Celeste and Hina alone and went back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what happened. However, at the same time we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered around the same time. But the body discovery announcement played after finding Taka. And that's when wait, hang on. Was there like someone hiding in the room that counted as 3 people seeing the murder? No, that's probably not the case, is it? That's when I showed up and told you, and unless it is, showed you and Byakuya that Hifumi and I had been killed, right? Yikes. Yumi and Byakuya headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko who had fainted, but as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste who just arrived to tell us something unusual. Well, I guess Toko could have done some body moving. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover where his corpse was gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and run back to the equipment room. God, this is a long case. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. From there, we began our search for the missing bodies. After some time, Celeste told us we found the bodies, and we went back to the repository. And then we discovered that the 2 bodies had apparently vanished. Dun 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 dun. And that brings us to now. Looking back, things have been active. If you want to look back at the case, let me know. Thank you, game developers, because I almost certainly will forget in about 5 minutes what has happened. The chapter's cool. Yeah, I like the facts about the composer. The door can only be locked from the inside the repository, which makes me wonder. The murderer is still in here! Bum 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 bum! I mean, here checked that someone had gone to the repository and locked the door. Maybe they were gone, they were unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. There's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository, so there's someone. Bum 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 bum! They're hiding behind the painting. Let's go to the nurse's office and the equipment room. Are they not hiding behind a painting? Can we not check that? Alright, one of the old classic loop-de-loops. The one-way door that locks from the inside. How could they have gotten out? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Is it just going to say there's no point in looking at this stuff? They're not like hiding inside the statue of Venus. Venus, dangerously close to penis, by the way. Make sure you don't say that. Justice Hammer 5. Tomu did it. I think Tomu did it, if I'm honest. Let's not bother with the science room for now. No, wait, that's where the equipment room is, isn't it? Wait, is this the way to the... It's the wrong bloody way. The rec room, actually. Maybe. I don't think there's anything in here, was there, actually? We came here earlier. No point to look at, like, the super clean Justice Hammer or something. There's really nothing in the locker, is there? It's just a locker. They just put it there for staging, I guess. Nothing on the hammer. Was she really attacked? Oh, hang on, is that a different room or is that just the exit? Nice. God, this song is a real bop. And just like imagine Monokuma playing the trumpet in the corner as we walk through the school. I can prove it was me too. This is a game documented about the past, so I'm currently alive. It makes sense. That is true. Your life does depend on the outcome of this game. Thrup. Hello there, murder side Jack. You can make food before Tomu kills me, burb. Yeah, your name's changed. It's like gone all green and shit. Justice Hammer 4 killed Taka. The body's moved, but the murder weapon is just there. It's not very bloody, is it? There's a tire mark going through the pool of blood. Wow. There's blood on the tire. Did they take it down the staircase? Oh, they were both on the third floor. Never mind, that fixes that. What about Hifumi? His body was in the nurse's office on the first floor. Even without a dolly, there's no way to get up to the third floor. Yeah, how did they move the body? That's going to be like an interesting thing that we find out very late, I hope. I look forward to finding out what it was. This tarp. Well, yeah, the boy was on it. Alright, murder fiend. I was sleeping here. I'm annoyed I missed a rare event. God, your character is so much better than the one you replace. What? Bottles? What bottles? Any of you ever seen The Rescuers? The Rescuers. If any of you have seen The Rescuers, put your hands up. Bottle? It's the only time I've ever heard someone say bottle instead of bottle. A bottle. These are used for physics shit. Alright, fam. Huge machine. Wait, what did it say? Could it? Question mark. Oh, could it just be an air purifier? Chat, you're not in a cult. Stop. Cults get, like, money and shit. Wait. Shit, this is a cult, chat. Have any of you, like, drunk weird, like, woolen juice with, like, murder fluid in it or something? Don't do that. You might die. You made it. If you were in a cult, chat, how would you know? You've never drunk any woolen juice? Oh. Why am I looking in these classrooms? You joined a Minecraft cult. Was it my Minecraft server? Does that count? There's nothing in, like, the library. Like, they're telling us to go to the nurse's office, right? I'm assuming that's just where they want us to go. It's time to start chanting, "We are not a cult." But yeah, but do it in, like, a scary, rhythmic hymn voice. That'll be exciting. I started watching Good Omens today. Oh, the thing that we did the, like, bounty for, like, ages ago. Is it any good? The eyes kind of creep me out. Don't summon Satan. Stop that. Get away. Wait, isn't Cake here? Cake is here. Somewhere. It's good. Who can you ask for the sub roll? It's automatic. As long as your Discord and your Twitch are connected, it should be automatic. Should just work. But it takes like half an hour to check again. You have 666 PP and OC, so you can travel to the Nether without obsidian. Nice. It is good. It did have like a star cast and the same writer as Charlotte? No, what's it called? The one with the button eyes. Coraline. David Tennant, Jack Whitehall, and Mark Gatiss. I don't know who Mark is. What's he been doing? I know Jack Whitehall because he's in like every Netflix advert. David Tennant's cool. What are you investigating? I'm not investigating anything. I'm just poking around seeing if Hiro is hiding anywhere. What about you? I'm just checking this and that. The only thing on mind is how someone could have moved the body. Oh, Borga. What Borga? You know him. Yeah, I'm sure I know him, but don't recognise the name. What has he done? He did Sherlock. Whenever I think of Sherlock, I do just think of Benedict Cumberbatch now. Oh, do you mean Sherlock from, like the 80s or the 70s or the 40s or whatever? Like, is he really old? Or Doctor Who? When he disappeared, he was supposed to be in the nurse's office. Yes, Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When he got back, the body was gone. Ah, yes. Cabbage Patch. We could not have been gone for more than a minute, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So the killer was about to get in and move the body in a short amount of time. The 2010 series. I didn't watch that. It seems so. To carry someone off as big as Hifumi with only a couple minutes is... I can't think of it being anything less than impossible. Oh my god, it's 2019. 2010 was like 9 years ago. Fucking hell. I don't remember watching that when I was in university. 2010 I was like 12. I was like a child. Because I remember people at school liked watching it. And I was like, wait, school? Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Is there really nothing else to look at in this room? I've just been clicking on the one with the bin. It's just a trash can, but there's something inside. It's a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It's got a cartoon character on it that's covered in blood. Who do you think did it? It's Tommy. What do you think? Tommy literally said he did it. He was 7 in 2010. Look at this child. Yeah, it's 'cause Tommy's an old man. Also in 2010, Tommy, you were only like 48. You're not that old. There were a cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. But she hides her face and she's showing emotion, so it's definitely her. She's planning this. You would need to do something like wiping up blood. I don't know. It's important. What's in the drug drawer? It's a fridge. I'm parched. Let's look in the drug fridge. There's a bunch of blood packets for blood transfusions. It doesn't help me though. Or maybe it does. Maybe he didn't actually die to a head wound. Maybe a lot of that blood was from a blood packet. Maybe he just isn't dead. Maybe Hifumi did the murder. Like he just walked, like he got up and walked and put like blood packets on his head. And was like, oh, I'm dead. This is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I want to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of mine very interesting indeed. Like I bet he was going to play dead and then Hina crying made him go like, oh shit. Feels bad, man. And so he was like, oh no, I'm not really dead, blah. It was this other guy. Murder him instead. And then I'll get away with the murder and be able to leave. Go to Hiro's room. Let me give you this. Meeting in the dining hall. This is the note Hiro got us to meet up, right? Remember well, the penmanship was remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
This makes it clear, right? This is a trap. It's getting exciting. I've repaid my debt. I don't know any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Turning your bright red is really fitting for this game. People are going to think that you are in like you have like a red light district room. That's a Hero's massage. So I had to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? Didn't we have to check the dining hall as well? No, wait, we did the nurse's room in the back room. I guess that's all we needed to do. And the adult video room won't have anything in it. Is your room like this, Rathalos? Like all lewd like this? There's no point going to the dining room, is there? Oh, there is. Is there anyone in here? There's always a red blood patch. There probably is. I expect there's nothing through here, right? You turned your room bright pink now. Yes. Does it have the same textures on the floor and everything? He hasn't been microwaved. Nice. Who's playing Bionicle? The pink blood's kind of cool. What's this like blue when we spin around? What are we interacting with? Do you see this? It's weird. No, he lives right on the end, doesn't he? God, all these characters are fucking dead. I guess it's just Yasuhiro, right? The door's unlocked. Let's go inside. He said to look. This might not be a great idea, but I'm going to take the plunge. It's jarring when they say it's red, but it's not. I guess so. It's a bit weird. This is his room. There's weird shit in here. Where did he get it from? But he hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to look around. We're at investigation time. We're looking through Hero's adult manga collection. There's something in the box. It's blueprints for something. Something made out of cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo-Justice? Wow. Have the arm bend like this? Well, clearly these were planted in here. You remember it's a Monday and you're meant to be putting your old books in your bag to give away. Never mind. Oof. It's a normal bed like the one in my room. Let's look in his piss locker. That's what we call the bathroom in the UK. There's nothing in here, but it's a bit grungy. Yikes. Is he going to be at the door to say hello to us? Dun 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 dun! Oh, it's Hina. You guys not have a piss locker? Big news. What's wrong? We found Kyoko. Is she okay? Well, there's more big news. Robo-Justice turned up too. Robo-Justice? It's Hero wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, go to the pool. Alright, weirdo. I had many nice Bionicles. I had a green one from Generation 1, but I wish I got a red one as well. And then when I wanted to get more, like Generation 2 started, and they were like, I had a bunch of them. I had like a lot of Bionicles. But I wanted to get more Gen 1 ones, which were really cool, and I liked. Let me Google. Gen 1 Bionicle. What year were these coming out? Because I got Bionicles when I was like really early in primary school. What literally I was like, it was like year 1, so it would have been like single digits. So whatever year these came out, if it matches, then that's probably right. I had a green one. He looked kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, I had this one. Toa Loa. Yeah, that's the same. There's a guy with that name in our chat, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Year 1 was like 2000, 2001, depending on part of the world. Yeah, I think Bionicle came out. I think I was the right. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean,
I had the worst day. I think I'm the right target audience for that when I was like teeny tiny. Hero. Go on. Hero? Yeah, dude, who else would I be? That's a good question. Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Asahina is the best girl. You want moderator in my Twitch chat? Good work. Did the Illuminati remodel me? What? He made his appearance. Kyoko found him.
Right.
He was jammed in the pool room locker. He was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. I can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like caress my face or something.
What?
You have 2 MOCs. What are MOCs? Master of Carrots. Where have you been this whole time? You disappeared without a trace, and there was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. Never full stop mind full stop. More importantly. Alright. Who says that? Does she have any idea? Does she know how... Does she know people... Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
I had like I used to really like building my own creations. Nice. Yeah, I used to do that because like once you've built them the first time, you take them apart and make like your own Bionicles. I remember one Christmas I got 2 of the same one and I was shocked. I was like, what the heck? How did you not know? Well, obviously they didn't know. I was probably really easy to buy toys for when I was like tiny. You just buy me like a Bionicle. They were cool.
I mean...
I have no idea. I was asleep, and then I woke up and I was here. Do something about the costume. It pains me to look at you.
Let me out
I
of
can't
here.
actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
There was a GameCube game with Bionicle as well, wasn't there?
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off by yourself. I don't have a choice. Let's help him. Did you do it by accident? Did like someone put the hammer in his hand and make him murder people? Slowly we were able to get him out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but we got all the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how it suits Hero?
So
More to the
then,
point, no one but Hero will be able to wear that costume. Hold on a sec, is he actually really tall?
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprint's in your room as well. Yeah, there was a
Is that
GameCube
okay?
and PS2 game. I remember there being adverts for it. It became obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me
Could
too.
it
Then it's
be-
obvious. The one who put this on and went around attacking
That's
everyone was
terrible.
Hero. Wish sent you a mail... Excuse me, what? Graphalos? Why were you buying adult toys off Wish.com? Graphalos. What spurred you into this? Speaking of which, shall we tie him up and gag him?
just the worst.
Good idea, I don't want him killing anyone else. I mean, it could have been planted. We don't actually know if he did anything yet.
That's right.
He might be suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, how does he close the latch? It's from the outside. I mean, you know... Oh, it's a self-closing latch. If you put it on, it shuts itself off. The question's more if you can't move around in it, how did he smack people on the head with it? There could be two costumes. Dun 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 dun. Attacking blueprints, I don't know what you're on about. You can't talk your way out of it. It's been decided. You killed them. Killed who? I don't know who you're talking about. There's a fake hero.
What are you saying?
Retweets coming soon. Hell yeah. Hello. You're the only one who can wear this costume. Oh, heck, it is as well. Hello, Daniel. Excellent timing. We're currently on a murder case. This is a good time. Hello there. Thank you for the raid. Hello. Raid. What were you all up to? What were you playing?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Ooh. Hello, 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 hello. Watching Daniel be a princess. Which one? What game was he playing? Should I know? Without missing, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume. Hell yeah.
Huh.
Ah,
See, look. See how loose it is?
this is the game I came here to play.
I mean,
Long
come
live
on.
the Queen. I remember like Northern Line playing that a few years ago. Was it any good? I mean, come on.
I'm blind as a bat in here.
I don't even need to do the
Can't
voice
see
for
my
this.
feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
Long live the
I'm
Queen.
telling you, it wasn't me.
Was it good? You enjoy watching it?
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got
Nice.
caught up in the
Daniel
moment.
died a lot. It was really good. Is it? I forget. Is it like a roguelite?
Well, either
Like,
way,
don't you have to
now
look?
we know for sure, right?
I remember it very loosely, but it's like there's like a meta aspect to the game. You have to work through. I don't know if it was like quests or something. It's been a few years, but there's like a pretty good chance that you just like constantly die. All right.
I mean, it seems pretty
Level
clear
up in
that
classes,
nobody but
yeah.
Hero could have fit into this.
Am I
dumb
planning on
costume.
playing through the whole Danganronpa series? Yeah, at some point. Like, Spindle donated this one to me, and I bought the other two in the sale, so we'll get round to that at some point. If it was another guy, then Makoto, go on ahead. Okay, I guess I'll put this on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can view this.
Just a second.
This, if you haven't seen Danganronpa chat, this is a murder mystery sort of visual novel game. So some people have been murdered. I'm going to figure out who it is while trying to ignore the blatant spoilers of chat from people that should probably be banned. Hello, Biome. Hello. Thank you. Try not to spoil it. It's a bit of a penis move, I think. It's a bit mean. You're obviously right. It seems the costume was made to fit his body exactly.
But
There's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly,
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, right? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this entire thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. You have anything else to tell us?
What the heck?
Don't tell me what's going on, how am I going to understand? Someone's been killed, who was it? Tucker and Hifumi were murdered. Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir. 2 people died. Why are you freaking out? You did it. I didn't.
Huh?
I mean, hold on, if those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
I know who did it.
So then,
Then tell us.
Hmm.
Tucker and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego,
I'm
right?
at least 30% right.
Alright, weirdo. Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see, that's unfortunate.
Please.
Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us, just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
I know, that note. Oh, Little Nightmares 2. Nice. I had never actually played the first one. I only watched NL play it. It looked pretty cool. I like the art style. Last night someone slipped me a weird note under my door. It wasn't made by the same people as Limbo, was it? That was a different crew. Limbo people made... What was it called? Something about Rain? I don't remember. It was kind of recent, right? That's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out. So don't tell anyone else. Let's meet at the rec room at 1 AM. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just
Ah,
the worst.
good drugs. Not a chance. No, he could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. What console is this on? I'm playing this on PC. Although I think it was on PlayStation Portable, like 10 years ago. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Ah,
Even if that's true, you must be one heckin' fish to bite every bit of bait that floats in front of you. After being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Is it on anything else, or is it just PSP and PC? Like, did they re-release these for Switch or something? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
ah.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
You have it for PS Vita. Oh, I guess they would re-release it for the next handheld, yeah? You should buy
Just a
it.
second.
Well, show us the note.
Hmm.
I have it right here in my pocket.
No way.
My big pocket.
Ah.
It's on Sony consoles, so fair enough.
Please.
You want to believe me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? What the heck? His account has been added to the Truth Bullets section. For now, hello, sorry. For now we must resume our investigation. There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. Hello. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? That must be it. You're totally broke and that's why.
Please.
That's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
I think a lot of us can probably guess who it might be. Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. Hell yeah. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for evidence, right? Co-op Little Nightmares. Wasn't Little Nightmares 1 like a really short game? It was like 4 hours long or something. You need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now. It has co-op. Nice. Are we gonna play it, Tommy? I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. Hello. I was gonna ask Toko, Yenoside Yak, to switch with me. But she and Sakura got in a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Bye bye. I don't know what Unravel is. Oh yeah, chat, if every single one of you spends £20 on subs, we can have more emote slots. Hell yeah. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Thoughtless logic. Makoto, do you have a quick second? I want you to help me with the
It
investigation.
would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sorry I'm broke. This is fine. This is fair. Sure, let me just get it out your credit card. Oh yes, my credit card. I don't mind helping, but can you promise me on something? When we have time, can you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Alright. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Oh, okay.
shall we go?
Thanks, let's go.
Hey,
So I'd like to first examine the corpse. Can't believe I'm hearing this from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
She was having some personal time, Willen. You can't just ask. She was probably just having a Wii, right? Playing some Pokemon on her DS or something. What did you miss? People been murdered. We're doing investigations. Yeah, we have like a current kneecap for spoiler conversion going on. Unravel's a game where you play as a Yarny. What is a Yarny? You walk along a like yarn, like Kirby's yarn. Oh, thank you for the 25 bits. That's like another 400 emote slots, I think. Thank you. Also, hello. Yes, Amy, you got a grade. Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth more easily than the living.
Hey.
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
Anyway.
Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. You're right. Show me where the bodies are. Try not to spoil, chat. Come on. Be nice. I guess we should head that way for now. Me oh my. Where did you want us to go? I was trying to read and process chat at the same time. You're made of yarn, like Kirby's epic yarn. Where did you want me to go? The repository, of course. Let's go there. That's up here. Here's a spoiler. Saying something's gonna happen is a spoiler. Be nice. Is the repository not in here? Oh, you mean the art room repository, of course. Like anything that hasn't happened yet is a spoiler. That's the rule. It's been working pretty well, I think. Including fake spoilers. Those are the worst. Where it's like, haha, you know, thing that happens in chapter 1 happens. Like, come on. Stop this. Be nice. For a moment, Kyoko seemed rigid, but only for a moment.
So then.
Let's get started. She crunched down next to Taka without hesitation and started poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The file was right, they were both killed with weapons. Wow. Her movements were smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was made me actually feel a bit more comfortable. Alright, go on, poke the body a bit more.
I see.
I found something. Remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand?
Whew.
Yeah, he did have a wristwatch, I remember that. Are you that oblivious to people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, he said he had a watch.
So then.
Have a look. It's broken, the hands aren't moving. Probably broke when he had his encounter with the assailant, and if you notice the hands are frozen at just past 6. So it was broken just after 6.
That's right.
But last night his watch definitely wasn't broken. How long are you going to keep us waiting? It's almost 10 o'clock. You know, time for bedtime.
In other words.
So, if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6. Meaning it couldn't have happened at 6 this... Oh, it must have happened at 6 this morning. Yeah. So he's been
However,
dead for a while. Look at Taka's left hand. It's gripping something.
Makoto.
WKD. It's like what teenagers drink at bars. It's like blue 1% alcohol, isn't it? His original
Because-
design was nightmare fuel. Did it have like pointy teeth and stuff? Rigor mortis is set in. Boys are better suited to this manual labour. Alright, weirdo. I grasped his cold hand. Hello, Big Willen. Hello, small chief. An ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was able to free the object from his fist. A piece of paper.
Hey.
Is that all that was in his hand? That's it. Just a scrap of paper. It doesn't seem like much of a clue, does
Is
it?
that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then.
Let's check the body for now. Maybe he's left us with a clue of his own. Cool, we got his paper. Give this a poke. How's the keeper? I get him. He's big. I understand. We've seen this bit. Would you mix vodka and WKD? Would you not just have like a screwdriver or something?
Indeed.
You're going to be mixing vodka. It's a wad of papier.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him.
Indeed.
Hidden. It's stuffed in his pants. I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. His pants. Wait, so
Why
you...
is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. Oh, pants in America means trousers, not underwear. I should probably remember that. So I thought my character was getting on the fact that she, like,
Hey.
put her hands down his, like, bottom, which I didn't want to think about. Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, look it up. I want to say imagine not checking the bodies, but our characters are like 14, right? 15? I don't know. They probably don't want to be poking around too much, even if they probably should. It better be important or I'll never forgive you for this. There's a note. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 AM. They're like 16, 17. Oh yeah, Yasuhiro is an ancient man. I still think a 16-year-old probably doesn't want to touch like a dead body.
So
16-year-olds, they get upset about like broccoli and stuff still, don't they? That's the same thing Hiro said. He was telling us the truth.
however,
Although it's not the same, is it?
Um...
Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't let anyone else. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 AM. This time is different. He told us to meet him at 1 AM, but the note he wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 AM.
is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So
Part of it's been torn off, right? I think there's some likely to be some meaning here. Is there some meaning to the part fact it's being ripped? The other bloke's holding it in his hand, isn't he?
hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I love broccoli. Broccoli's incredible. You'll be 16 in a couple months and you feel offended. What are your thoughts on broccoli, though?
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper? What if it was something more important? And how did something important like that become a scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note he had.
hey,
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims had their e-handbooks on them, so they have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there's any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. You're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time.
is that right?
Tutorialization. Broccoli's good, but you feel offended that you think I wouldn't touch a dead body for an investigation. Yikes. I thought you were offended what I said about broccoli. Well, I said that we weren't used to help carry out the murders. The stem is you! You like broccoli stem? What if you have it, like, properly done? Like, fried in butter, like they do in restaurants. Just, like, top broccoli tips. Stuff's incredible. Or, like, what's it called? What's the really weird tender stem? Tender stem broccoli's really good as well. You hate the texture of broccoli, but you'd probably touch a corpse. 2019's a scary age. It's a very scary age. You like cauliflower more than broccoli? Really? How do you like your cauliflower? Whenever I had it when I was young, I've never had cauliflower as an adult. I like it. Like I don't mind it, but like my mum used to just like boil it or like steam it, and just have it like that, like no salt or anything. Butter with anything is automatically good. Yes, that's how restaurants work. They run under the assumption that butter with anything is good.
Are you pumped? It's time for the like the bright burst
Oh,
of fireworks.
we haven't had very many
like
clues.
the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
I guess we can solve it now though if they're
And
sending
so,
us there.
With no further ado, everyone,
Yeah,
please
cauliflower with
meet at the
cheese.
usual spot. Make
You can
your
make, like,
way
cauliflower
to the
rice,
red
can't you?
door on the first
I
floor
think I've
of
had
the
that.
school. See,
It's refreshing to hear his original voice
It
again.
would
I'm assuming it
seem-
changes between the games then, does it? It's unlucky, but this is where the investigation comes to the end. You have to figure out the rest for yourself.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. There we go. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the Red Door. Yeah, there's two of them.
appears.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What seems to be the problem here, Gov? It's an illusion. I'm moving really fast, so it looks like I've multiplied. Ka-ha-ha. Can you tell which one of us is the real Monokuma? Songs are actual bop. We get on the elevator already. You're not playing along. This is a new voice line.
Stop talking.
Steamed broccoli with melted butter in it. That's good. I'm not here to play with you. Alright, fine.
Hey! Hey!
Everyone's here and ready to go. Please board the plane train. The pain train. Double cap time. Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Please!
Heck, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away. You're gonna pay for your sins.
Heck!
I didn't do it. Co-signed. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? No. How unfortunate. Then it thinks we have our culprit. Alright, murdery McGee.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations when we get to the course room.
That's right.
Course room? She's right, let's go down there first. Good idea. In the second game, Byakuya is fat. Hell yeah. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. Who do you think it is? Not gonna say. I said who I thought it was at the start, before the host. And I do not change my mind from that. Caught your killer already? I think it was Tommy. Someone right here. Like, before the host I said, oh, I think it might be this character. So I'm still staying with that. Despite the fact that people did come in and repeatedly say in chat who it was. Which I tried to ignore, but it's kind of hard when, like, there's like 1,000 messages. Oh, they might also all be lying. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. Maybe we should, like, put emo only on, or something. It was you, was it? Ooh. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The class trial will be over in no time.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Oh, it's just... I want to listen to what they all have to say.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Alright, weirdo. It wasn't me, you gotta believe me. Alright. Let us go. The steel box moved. Look at all that's on this lift here. The clunking kept us company as we went further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled this, we couldn't go anywhere. Bing! I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening us onto a cruel fate. When I see all you gathered together like this, I've realised how few of you are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do cruel things to each other? Do you hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I'm going to start it. Can you die in this game? Yeah, I think if you fail the class trial, you die. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'll never hold out on you like that. Let's begin, go to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, deception, and betrayal. Riddle, defense, and faith. A deadly class trial. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's a real thought. Rathalos, where's your proof? Open your e-handbook. Right. People were murdered. There was tarp. There was a dolly. Glasses were clean. Thingy was clean. Repository door was locked on the inside. Blah 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 blah. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi and Hina left the nurse's room. There's a really well-written note. There were blueprints found in his room. No one but Yasuhiro. Oh, someone with the power to lockpick, pick up all doors. Wowie. He received a mysterious note last night. His wristwatch was broken at 6. Bit of paper, bit of paper. They're definitely the same bit of paper, right? That's definitely what they're getting at, right? It's not going to be like a double bluff, is it? I mean, it's a really weird looking, like, perspective, but that's definitely the same bit of paper, right? We don't need to look at this. Do you have any more skills? We have skill points, don't we? Breathing technique. Focus gauge comes back. I think that's all the skills we got. Alright. Let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure
Alright, we don't need to
We
hear this
already
again.
know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took
Neither
place,
do
and we
you.
found him in that
Ah.
suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
See, this happened to us in the first chapter.
I am sorry to say, Hero,
And we
but
were fine.
we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit.
Well, it's not really evidence. It's just in his unlocked room.
Parts we assume
He's
were
locked
used
out.
to
Presumably
build
had
it,
his key on him.
and
Means
all of it was found in your room.
he's.
You have to
If,
admit,
if he was knocked
the
out at 1
evidence
a.m.,
is
you,
quite
you nick the
compelling.
key and yeet stuff in there. You know,
It points to
Homegirl
you
sounds
as
like a
having
robot.
created the suit
just French.
and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm surprised that he's still alive. Is the anime canon? Presumably. Oh, I'm gonna have to have my hand on the keyboard as well. Ooh. You know, like alcohol that takes spirity? Really? Here's the hero's message. Was this like the 10 a.m. thing?
Everything we found in your room.
Oh yeah, you're
The
meant to beep these, aren't you?
blueprints, The suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Oh yeah, you can go, can't you?
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Alright, weirdo.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No. Just.
Oh wait, it
hold on
is
a
one of these,
second.
is it? Are we meant to go 2.5 OVA is canon? I look at the blueprints, the handwriting is messy. Hero's handwriting is really good.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
There's only like those are the only two yellow
I
things,
don't
right?
know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a good.
Hero, why?
No. Just.
Like I get
hold on a
what they're
second.
getting at here. He obviously didn't make the blueprints. I don't know what interaction I'm meant to do. Well, your face is blocking what you're pointing at. Does it? I don't really know where I can move it from here. There's nothing happening in the top right. Like, it's just the timer. Like what they're getting at here is that the handwriting, his handwriting is good, and someone else's handwriting is bad. Look at the truth bullets one more time. I don't know. I'll try and
Everything
figure
we
this
found
out.
In your room.
Your room, right? Yeah.
The blueprints, the suit
Maybe if we
parts,
suck on this,
they are
it'll talk
all
about
proof
the.
enough
Because these are the only two yellow
that you
things,
are
right?
The culprit.
Unless I'm forgetting a game mechanic.
I don't know anything. It's not true. It's a good.
Hero, why?
No. Just hold on a second.
Yeah, I have
Everything
no
we found
idea.
In your room.
Like, yeah, no. Do they expect you to be able to do everything in one loop? So is there no chance that like the second item will need to be used to answer the first item? You're too enthusiastic with the suck, huh?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, that's wrong.
Sure.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
I guess you shoot that way?
What do you mean?
Yeah, sure.
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero.
I'm gonna
wrote.
assume I was right that you can do
Asking
everything in
everyone
one
to meet
turn
up
though, right? It
for
would
all
seem a
to
bit
meet
weird
at
to
the
have to
street.
suck on like the fifth item and then make it go back on the first one.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare
Tommy's
it to the
right.
blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Alright.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
You changed handwriting a lot.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
It was probably just
Is it
him.
like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Oh, I love a good Bob
The
Ross.
suspicious individual
Happy
hidden
little
within the
clouds.
suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Of course he passes it on to me.
So?
Who was in
Who
the
was-
suit? It was obviously the Illuminati. I mean, it was probably just Hero, wasn't
I
it?
got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that
Write every
particular
letter in
suit,
reverse in your
but
handwriting will
we
be
never
completely
found any
different.
kind of second suit.
That's good advice when I'm next doing a
And there can be
murdering.
no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
Or, you know, the only... Yeah, like, the only proof we have of Robo-Justice doing things is that there's a picture of him on a camera holding someone, right? Like, we never actually saw the robot, did we? We just have Celeste explaining that she was hit by it, who we apparently can trust, and picture on a camera. Does there have to be a person in the suit? I don't remember what it looked like.
You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense.
I guess someone could have worn it and
Hero
taken the picture.
was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
It's a cool chapter.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Yeah, true.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement?
Koto
You
is
do
a
have a reason,
Persona
yes?
5 character.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
What is he
So
wearing?
let's get that out of the way.
What's this like cross he's got going on here?
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
Are they meant to be like suspenders, but he's crossed them over because he's cross?
So what is it? What
Well,
needs
X
to be
marks the spot.
clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain
Do we need to
particular
specify what that
items.
is? It's a ribbon. Is it? It's going through the button on his shirt though. Sorry I punched my mouth, sorry. It's just a wanky ribbon, is
Makoto,
it?
can you tell us what they were?
Things used to move the body. Could it possibly have been the dolly?
I got it!
Could you have used either the dolly or the top? Oh no, you have to use both. That's going to be top, isn't it?
I got it! They
Got
were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Those words don't sound like English, but they are. Very strange. What's that
So,
attitude?
Let's see if I can explain.
Is this really that big of a
Taka's
deal?
body disappeared from the equipment room,
Like, yeah, you can,
and
you
then
can
we
hold someone
rediscovered
with
it
a,
in the
with a top
repository.
and move them.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yeah, obviously Hina was the best
It
girl in
was the
this
same
game.
tarp that up until then
Coco's
was stored
good,
in the
but-
equipment room.
No Hina.
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains
I
while
don't
they
see
were
why this
moving it.
matters. The bloodstain thing.
That explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Nice. Good work.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
No.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed.
Why is he lying about
if
being in the suit?
discovery
He wasn't in
made
the
its
suit.
way
It's just
to
the guy in the
equipment
suit doesn't
room.
necessarily do any murders. Like, no one could move around in it. And he's been
Is it
stuffed in a
not
locker.
possible
Can you
that it
stuff
was in the
yourself in a suit
repository
in a
all along,
locker
and you simply didn't
and
realize
commit
it?
murders? Seems a bit like, you know.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Looks like she's about to sneeze.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is
Who is
going
this
on
lady?
around you.
I never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. I agree. Then he said he was I mean, you can never take people at face value, but I think you can take Hero's thing at face value. She is a bit rude. Fang just explained to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Yeah, tell us about the new element. Go on. Reloading. Starting with the next battle, we're going to add one more ingredient. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you can see your ammo count. There hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, locking and pressing the button isn't enough. It'll cost you a bullet. Once you're out of bullets, you can't destroy more statements. You reload with tab. You press tab in time with the tempo marker. Oh, cock, do I have to do left, right, and occasionally press tab? Is this the left right thing? And then you have to hold down space sometimes, don't you? Was it space to go into slow time? To get around hidden? This is left right, isn't it? Left right space tab, right? Yeah? No? Yeah, it is. It's the disco music. Playing Osu now.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Oh, you have to manually tab them all, do you?
Miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh, I have to do it in
Lies
time,
will get
don't you?
Nowhere. Do your worst.
This is actually kind of cool.
Wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere.
Do I actually have infinite ammo in this mode? Oh, cool.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
That was actually a pretty good version of the minigame.
If you're
There's
asking
Tycho
for
with
proof that
bullets.
the dolly moved,
Kinda.
I have it right here.
Right here in my chest. The whole
When
dolly
I found
pulls
the
out.
dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's trail. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the
You hate all the
room.
minigames. What about the dating
And as the
minigame?
blood
with Hina?
dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Tschüss. That means goodbye in German.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
Hina raises a very good question. I want to listen to
I'm
what she has
not
to say.
sure that really matters.
Do you think it can fly?
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Oh,
If
go
you
on.
look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah, robots don't need to use dollies. Yo, we're in another pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Oh, I think I can do this one.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Well, we don't know that, but
And
we're pretty
from
sure
there,
it's true.
The body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can say that you can't do that in the robot costume. No? You mean you... They said he... They said... Oh, heck. I want to get at the fact that you
As
can't
we
move.
know,
You can't
Taka
move
was
in...
killed
Can't move
in
in the
the
costume.
there.
You can't wrap something in a tub.
Then loaded it onto the
Like this
dolly
bit?
and wheeled it off, right?
No? You know what I mean, Hina.
Shoot!
Is that not a contradiction? No, I guess that's
As we
right. I
know,
guess the murderer
Taka
did do
from
these
there.
things, and we need to find what the robot
Then
did.
loaded it onto the...
Now,
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't...
Well, yeah. But
Hmm.
even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Oh, speaking of bending over.
Then you could push the
Hina.
dolly no problem.
No,
So the killer just carted the body off to the...
If you accept
everything.
I want to get
must
Hina's
realize
bend
that-
over text again.
Sorry.
Come back here.
As we
I
know,
missed ya.
And from there.
Hitboxes, fam.
Then loaded it onto
That
the
one's
dolly.
right.
Now, keep in mind that the
Well, yeah. All you'd have to do is
Here we go.
bend over.
Thank you, Hina, for that
No,
voice line.
it's wrong.
Be my new ringtone. Break.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
What's our character
Back to
wearing?
what you said when we
Is he
were all
wearing a
checking out the
blazer
suit
over the
together,
top of a hoodie?
Remember?
It reminds me of like a small tortoise that's been pushed on its back and is trying to get back up again. Not to mention, you couldn't bend at the waist. Seems like an oversight.
When you're in
Use
that
your feet.
suit,
Don't
not
talk
only
about
can
that.
you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
It's not a
Now
dogging
that you
robot
mention
then.
it, yeah.
it seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Dun dun dun
When
dun.
you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're
Picture
ready
just
to
so
move the
screaming.
body?
There was no chance because once it's on, you can't take it off. Oh, is that not what the text they meant? I didn't look at the others because I kind of assumed that was the right one, foolishly. Oh, I probably should have read all the questions before I just clicked on one, right?
I got it!
Because it does
I
come
don't
off,
think
but
taking
you
off
can't
the
take it
suit
off
was an
yourself.
option. If you remember...
I tunnel vision. That was my bad. I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make it. There's a clasp on the back. It looks sturdy. I don't think you can get it off by yourself.
That's true.
I hope I don't lose all my
It seems
hearts.
impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To
Good
be
old
clear,
Robo-Justice.
whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the
She
picture
is
that I took?
definitely the murderer.
You all got a good look at it.
It's just
did
him
you
being
not?
frightened because he's
The
being
image of
hugged by
Hifumi
like.
being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Just being frightened because he's being like dragged off by a robot.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Is this even the rec room? It might be. There's the comfy
Besides,
sofas
do
in
you
there.
remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How do you get hurt? The guy hit me. Which guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same.
Must
It
know.
was Hero, without a doubt.
She looks like who is it? Who's the Vocaloid with the pink hair? Teto. She's like Teto. She could like become really small and like use her hair as springs to jump around. She doesn't even need her legs.
Yeah.
Have fun with your shower.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
Nice meet me.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Also, maybe.
Besides,
I could see that.
there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps.
I can
but
be your
where do we go
angle.
from here?
Or your devil.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning.
Like the book.
Maybe
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Hey, Hifumi,
Plus,
you
maybe
can
we'll
see
get to find
my
out where the
bottom
heck
if
Kyoko
you let
was
me
when
put this
everything went
costume on
down.
and hug you and you look scared. Oh, sure thing, fam.
All
There you
right
go.
then,
There you get your
let's
picture.
take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered
So
together
what?
in the dining hall.
She said a swear word, and it wasn't
Makoto,
heck.
Hina, Kyoko,
Yeah, Junko existed.
and myself. We waited there for quite a while.
I like
but
Genocide Jill a
nobody
lot
else
more
showed
than
up,
the other
so
character.
we went to look for everyone.
Is it Toko?
That was around 8.
And as soon as we...
I don't
Soon
know if
after
we need
that,
to hear
Hina
this.
found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came
It's
to
so
get
long.
Makoto and me.
Wah.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Where's your proof? Cheeky.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice.
It was Robo
It also
Justice.
soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
This voice actress must have had like a field day.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. but not long after leaving the nurse's office.
She just probably just needs to like take some Listerine or something. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Yo, what's up, fam? That was an intense scream for someone like you, as we have heard for the 50th time. It was a costume man. He ran off. I was blocking the stairs.
and then
Yeah. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It was Hifmi in the nurse's office.
at that point we decided
The
to
VA
divide
throat
up
was
into
probably
two
like
groups.
sandpaper at the end.
Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office,
Yeah,
while
fam.
Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun dun dun
When we got back to the
dun.
nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when
Celeste
we heard the
learned
body
to speak
discovery
with voice to
announcement.
text. That's mean. Possibly
I left
true though.
Celeste and Hina there and headed back to
I also
the
just
third
noticed this
floor
big like ring
to
around the
let the
screen.
others know
It's like
what
the
had
Lord of the
happened.
Rings. One ring.
Meanwhile,
To rule them
we
all.
had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
Dun dun
we
dun
must have found
dun.
both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Did the PSP only have like 256 colors? These like
That's
pre-rendered
when I
scenes
told you
of
guys about Hifumi.
very low color depth.
Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us.
Why's Taka's
And
hair
she
black
told
again?
us something very surprising.
I don't think his hair was actually white when he was like that. I think that was like an anime thing. Paid
We
with paint
rushed
again.
back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The
I think
whole
we heard
thing
that
sounds
story like
exceptionally
actually 3
complicated.
times. It does sound very
certainly
complicated.
Seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
No, like one of them happened at 1 a.m.,
Okay,
one of them
well-
happened at like 6.
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Please turn to page 3.
Now then, let's
She
get
sounds like
started,
someone who could be on like the
beginning with
tape
what
they
happened
play
to
at the
Taka.
start of exams, where they're like, click. Make sure to put all your personal belongings in the plastic box on your desk. Oh, Chirino, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love my Snowboard Kids music. Monokuma File 3. Is that all we've got? We might have to use the suck.
Regarding Taka's
I guess
death,
we'll just not press anything
I
the first
wonder
time
if
through.
he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
Probably before.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Okay, that might be a
Taka
suck.
came last
No, that's false. That's
what makes
false.
you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
I think
Justice
we
Hammer
sucked
3,
the first one and put it into
while
the second
Taka's
one.
death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
It doesn't mean anything.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Vibrating, you know. They were numbered. Yeah. Does that actually matter?
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
Yikes.
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice
It doesn't
Hammers.
matter.
No, that's wrong.
I got it, chat. First time. Break.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Dun 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 dun.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried
Speed
to disguise their
strats.
actions.
Hell yeah.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
I've got the broken watch ready. It's his wristwatch. Hangman's Gambit. Wait, which one was this? Oh, is it going to say wristwatch? Okay, this one's way nicer than the other one. Wrist WA. Whoa. This one's pretty cool. Oh, we've already got a T. Shit. I didn't see. I should have known as an English person that we've already got the T. Wait, can you get? Let's get this H actually. Wristwatch. That one was way nicer than the others. I can't believe the last one was actually schizo. So strange.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have
Good
gotten
joke,
broken
interesting.
when he was
That's
attacked
right.
by the killer.
I'm English.
Because
The English
as
like
of
tea.
last night,
Humor. Hell yeah. Yeah. Here to watch.
so if it wasn't
I'm all about
broken
that
after
high
6
class
last
humor.
night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Yeah, fam.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Did it?
We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
They're assuming the clasp was added to the suit originally. If it was a laser attachment, then the alibi is completely gone.
That way,
Well,
when we saw how they
the
were
alibi
used
about
in
getting
each
out of it is
incident,
wrong. What about
we
him getting
easily
locked in
make
a
that wrong
locker?
assumption.
He was stuffed
Now,
in a locker.
If Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
I like
May
Taka.
be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It was Hifumi in the nurse's office. This is bad. We have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Yeah?
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Oh, heck.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
Yeah, those
Since
glasses
all
are
of
like
us were
weirdly
there
clean.
together, clear.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when they discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom
It's like a
together,
Spider-Man
while
tie-on.
everyone else was in the equipment room. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole
Well, I guess it could have been Glasses guy just pissing around again.
Then
Like
what
moving
if
the bodies for
Genocide
fun.
Shield did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of
Because he
there
did that
right
before.
then.
And he said he
Even
was
if
going to
she
do that
could
this
pull that
time.
off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
This classic Byakuya
Because, as we
shenanigans.
just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Bum
In
bum bum
particular,
bum.
I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That one is beyond me.
That's
I have
true.
no idea what this is yet.
We searched everywhere.
You want to
but
be
we
productive
couldn't
this
figure
evening,
out
but
how
now
to
you're watching
explain his
anime
body
people
disappeared.
accusing each other of murder. a good evening to be spent.
And according to what Celeste said,
I think Byakuya is just ripped. Just like yoked it up the stairs, like whoop, smacked his microphone, and then like he like threw it towards the staircase, and like a boomerang, he went up the staircase, landed at the back of the 3rd floor, just like that. I think that's probably how it was done.
his body apparently
You could probably do that,
disappeared
right?
in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the 1st floor up to the 3rd
I keep punching my
in that
mic
short
today, I'm
amount of
sorry.
time?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Alright, Willy Wonka, go on.
What? How?
That's a good question, Hina.
If the dead body were to move itself.
He's an accomplice. Bum 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 bum.
The dead body moved on its
The
own?
guy covered in blood pack blood, who didn't actually die, walked up the staircase,
No.
and then got smacked in the head for real? Being betrayed?
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
I think it was Celeste, and she used her goth GF magic to make him be an accomplice, and then murdered him at the last
we
second,
thought Hifumi was dead,
so that he
but
wouldn't
perhaps in
tattle.
reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Don't know why you said
Are
the
you
other bloke's
saying
name there.
Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply
He could have
walked
just
out
wandered.
on
I
his
don't know
own?
if you can wander up 3 floors of
But I mean,
staircases
we found his
in
body.
video game logic.
He was
Obviously, you can
dead.
actually do it, but I think that's beyond the game.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Yeah, it's totally. How do accomplices work? She's hot, and he likes goth girls. It fits with everything else, like how they got the photo of someone in a robot costume. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you can get out of here for me."
Are you saying that when we first
I don't think the
found
broken
Hifumi
wristwatch
in the
is it.
nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you
Yeah.
know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Yeah, try not to spoil stuff.
Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so? Maybe the announcement was intended
To signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah, good point. Well, obviously the order they were discovered in was Fat Boy. I'm assuming the discoveries. I'm trying to think about how the mechanic works for bodies being found. Does did Monokuma know he was dead? Because you'd like to imagine if he's like a super villain, anime super villain, he would know if it's dead or not. But does this is a if you're wondering what I'm playing with, it's a tripod. Yeah, tripod. Is the fact that his body was found, could there have been like another dead body in the room that counts as it being found? Was the fact that it was found but they didn't get the files? You know, was Monokuma being a cunt? Like holding off, you know? There's some weird stuff going on. They were discovered at the same time, but it doesn't really matter.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with
Well, it's
the
just
rest
that it was
of us.
discovered. There has to be 3 people.
Hifumi's dead body had been found,
That's true.
and that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oh, they didn't even let me do that one. What? The discovery wasn't made once. There was two discoveries, wasn't there? I don't really understand what they're
Are
getting
you
at here.
saying that when we first found
I'm afraid to
Hifumi
lose
in
all
the
my
nurse's
hearts. What have you
office,
missed?
There's a
Not much.
chance he was actually still alive.
There's a chance he was still alive. It's definitely doing a suck here. The broken wristwatch doesn't mean
Hifumi was
anything.
dead.
I think I might have been right. I think he might suck the second
And you
one and
know
push it
that
into the
how?
third one.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that
Wait,
is
unless they
why
want
the
us to suck the third one
announcement
and put it
was
into the
made.
second one. I still don't understand that
Really
mechanic.
So sure about that?
Do they
Maybe
expect
the
you to loop
announcement
around?
was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Like, do they want us to do someone else's discovery into the second one? So you do have to sometimes do the loop, right? Because that's what makes sense to me. If it's someone else's discovery and then we're saying that Celeste is bullshitting.
No. Hifumi was dead. And
I'm
you
gonna
know
try
that
that, 'cause I think that's what
surely
it
you
is.
heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead
Body had been found.
Yeah. Okay,
No, that's wrong.
that's good to know. It's good to know that you do sometimes have to do a loop, brother.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Hmm.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
Got the notification you're streaming. Hello. Yeah, the notification's a bit
So
late.
there's a
Like an
good
hour and
chance we made
42
a
minutes
mistake in
late.
there somewhere. I think we've confused whether
Sounds a bit
the
like
announcement
GLaDOS.
was for Hifumi. or
GLaDOS'
Taka.
voice actress is French, isn't she?
First of all, if two bodies
She's married
had
to the
been
guy
found,
who
there
did
really should have
the
been two
sniper's voice in
announcements.
Team Fortress. I don't remember his name.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Music sounds like I'm Blind the Fitness Gram Pacer test. Is that the one where you go like beat back and forth as you run between rooms?
Well, it's
You're already
a
here, but you got the
very
notif now.
sensitive
Yeah, the
issue,
Twitch notifications
so
are a bit
I can't
weird.
go into too much detail.
We normally start at 8:30 though.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Yeah.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
I agree. That was
You
bound to.
said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means
But yeah, there wasn't 2 announcements, so the body was
even
discovered
if we
by 3
find the
people.
same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Yeah.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh?
Or vice
Later
versa.
on?
Whatever.
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Is it vice versa, not vice versa? Because I always said vice versa. Is it visa versa? Or is it vice? I always said it like vice. The first time it was played was when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. The second time was when... I don't remember, to be honest. I honestly don't remember. Is there a way we can check? I have no memory. Vice versa is true. 3? When Toko was found unconscious, no. When Hifumi came back to life, no. When both bodies were rediscovered, I guess 3? 3? Is it 3? I think it's 3, right? I'm only asking really because I've got 1.5 lives and I don't really want to sit through the whole trial again. It is 3. I'm gonna go with 3.
I got it.
Yeah.
We heard it a second
Because it
time
wasn't in
in
the swimming pool
repository
and it wasn't in
when we
the
rediscovered the 2 bodies.
nurse's office. I didn't want to have to sit through the whole trial again. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, you may use however many you like. The class trial can begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time.
If he did
It
walk up
contradicts
there,
what
his body
Monokuma
would have
just
counted as a
told
new
us,
discovery.
doesn't it?
Maybe.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Yeah, trials take forever. They're like
And
2
in
hours long.
reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one being discovered for the first time.
Bum bum bum.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Bum bum bum.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon
You
him
noticed
in
the
the
spot on the last few days, but
repository.
as soon as you got the sub, your notice didn't work anymore.
And that's just
That's
part
Twitch
of it.
telling you to stop subbing, clearly.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
What is it? His clean glasses, because he couldn't see walking up the stairs.
That is the worst logic I have ever
I'm going to assume he pulled out his own handkerchief out of his pocket, cleaned his glasses, walked up the stairs.
I do not think there's anything that can prove he was
But
still
why else would you
alive.
clean the glasses if they
Okay,
weren't your
then.
own?
Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
It probably wasn't his blood on his head, it was definitely from blood packs. Although it was weird that those didn't count as... I guess they didn't count those as evidence because it would have been like a spoiler. I guess one of the other characters will bring it up. Probably, who was in the drug cabinet? Like Hina or Sakuya? Sakura might bring it out. The proof is in the pudding. I've already forgotten what my proof was. Which one was this one? It was the glasses, of course.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
It's Hina.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body
Same person voiced.
disappeared.
Okay.
And the
Oh,
next
double hit.
time we saw his
Same
body,
person voices Makoto and Nagito.
it was in the repository.
What do you
But when
mean?
you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
It's probably this.
there was no notable difference.
It's the glasses. It's just that. Are we gonna miss? No, we didn't. Nice.
No, that's wrong.
Epic.
In fact, there was one clear
Makoto's
difference
hair.
between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
I bet Celeste did the same voice as
When we found
Nagato,
Hifumi in
actually.
the nurse's office, his glasses...
His glasses were covered in blood.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Bum bum bum. By the way, I don't think you can clean blood off glasses that easily. Like, you'd at least have to use like soap and water, wouldn't you?
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the
I
nurse's
can
office
barely get like
trash
finger
can.
smudges off using this. The stream only died for you. I haven't dropped any frames, so possibly. The evidence I found in the trash can was his cleaning cloth. Popular cartoon character on it. R-E-E-E-E-E. Depends how fresh the blood is. Blood dries
It
super
was a
quick, doesn't
glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of
I'm going to
cloth
assume
used
it
to
was at
wipe
least in there. It was at least
Hifumi's
drying for like
glasses
5-10 minutes.
clean. And the mascot on
And
the
it's blood
cloth
from
was
like a
the
blood
same
pack, so
one
it's not
that's on
even
the
fresh.
digital camera, right?
Although saying that, blood packs are probably kept.
And whose
In a
digital
state, aren't
camera
they?
was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess. I
I'm
think.
glad Hina's here to clear up the most important evidence.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few
Don't
tissues
do it,
is all I
Nicaris.
need to keep my glasses clean.
Midna Twilight 1. Good name.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is...
Yo, is Midna and Twilight Princess named that because their name's like Midnight? No way. That can't be right.
What
right?
I'm saying is,
Midna doesn't have a
the
surname,
blood
does
on
she?
his glasses was wiped away using his own
My brain's
glasses
just
cleaning
exploded.
cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a
I think he
good
died
point.
because someone smacked him on his head after he went upstairs to
Then it
pretend
must
to
have
be a
been
body.
him, right?
You know plenty about bleeding up blood for your frequent nosebleeds. Oh, I'll take your word on it then. I've never
So
tried
let's
cleaning blood
assume
off my
that Hifumi
glasses,
was
so I'll
still alive in the
assume you
nurse's
can do it.
office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse
Hina's
becomes
doing her
possible,
best.
wouldn't you say?
Yasuhiro is
If
just
he
there.
was just pretending to be
He's
dead,
combing his hair. Getting a hairdryer to go.
What was with all that blood?
It was blood
paint or
packs. Which one is going to point that out?
The fridge
Would
in
be
the nurse's
Kyoko, I
office
guess.
contains
I guess it was
packs of
Kyoko.
blood for emergencies.
I thought it might be
He
Kyoko, but
probably
then I
used
thought
one of
they've used her
those.
for everything in the case, so they might use a different character.
He figured if he was gonna
Jill is
play
there for
dead, he
sass,
should go all
pretty
out,
much.
So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
Red blood and glasses is the worst because you can't get out the small gaps at the rim of the
And
glasses.
if Hifumi
Oh yeah,
is
they're like
still alive at that
border.
point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Oh, I guess he could have done it.
I got it!
I hadn't considered Hifumi doing that. Actually.
It
That
could
makes sense.
only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office,
Yeah, he was the only person
you
who was
went to the
unaccounted for.
equipment room and took Taka's body.
I see.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we
Taka
all went
himself.
looking for them, right?
Don't know about that one.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
Yeah, so she was planning to kill Taka and then use an accomplice to make it easier so she could pin the murder on someone else. And then murder the accomplice because he's a weak boy.
And the repository door
Hina's
can
name
only
is
be
Hina.
locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository,
Quite surprised some of you
someone
with
was
the tripod
already
showing up
inside.
out of nowhere.
And
Did
it
any of you
could
get
only
frightened
have
by
been
it?
Hifumi,
There
who
it is.
just finished stashing Taka's body there.
On the side
Convinced
as well.
us all he
A
was
side
dead.
attack.
And when he saw his chance, he
A
dragged
vertical attack.
Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Assailants. Can't spell it without
But
arse.
that means
Thought for
he
the
took
future, chat.
part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you
God,
one
she
more
is
piece of
smug.
evidence?
Going right up the charts.
Oh, absolutely.
Smug
The
is so
single
good.
biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
The picture.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh.
The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Oh, the chunk of paper that he tore out of his rigor mortis hand. Yo, that's a good smug. Where'd you get that? They're definitely getting at the paper, right? The badly written paper with the same handwriting as the blueprint. Which was the one we want. The thing he stole. This? Yeah?
I got it!
Yeah. God, those
You're
are
talking
incredibly
about
high
the note
quality
Hifumi
smugs.
had hidden away, aren't you?
These are really good. Chat, do any of the rest of you have like a good smug
Hidden
emote?
note?
That's
We
right.
have a good rain move
He
here.
found it stuffed in his pants.
Pants meaning trousers in this game's translation.
In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
I hate that voice line.
Okay.
You haven't got
well,
one. Is there not like a
forget about the
built-in
pants
smug
for now.
emote? I don't think the pants is an important bit. Found a hole we can use to escape. Loot. What are you knitting? I'm knitting a camera tripod. That is a good smug emote.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait.
Your one said 1 AM.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
Oh,
In other words,
the subs.
the killer
Oh,
got
that
in
one's
touch
good.
with another person besides
That's a tan
Hiro.
smug. That's high quality.
And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants! Shit, I wasn't paying attention. What was the question? Fuck. Frig. Heck. What was the question? I was I was looking at the smug emotes. There's a moist critical. The answer's probably not Hifumi's pants, right? It's probably Taka. He pressed tab. Does tab work? It's me. What was the question? What was the question? Hifumi's note could only have been to meet with Taka?
I got it!
Right. Taka.
That's right! Taka!
I wish you could go back and reread
The
stuff in
killer
that
used
scene.
this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Guess peasant. I did.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Objection.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
The second game tab would
So
display the
whoever wrote
question.
it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Hubby!
This game was 2010, right? Way ahead of its time.
Just to be
Maybe
clear,
TikTok wasn't filled with bots and
TikTok is
released.
Taka
Maybe it
and
was
Huffy
secret
is Hifumi,
for
right?
9 years, being filled with real users.
Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Gosh, she has got a loopy tongue. Genocide Yak is scary, but I can't let her get to me. Oh heck, we got to do something. Yeah, was that a smug sandwich? Genocide Yak, of course.
Huffy had the note, right?
Huffy.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Who was? I was not paying attention to this
But
Huffy
remember-
thing. Which is the Huffy? Remember what the note said? No, I'm trying to yeet.
What time did it
Whatever.
say to meet?
Huffy is Hifumi.
6 a.m.
Which one's Hifumi? Is that the fat one? Taka's the cool one that has like the cool eyes. He's like the military one. Hifumi's the fat one, right? He's the weeb. Okay. He's the Djan. Thank you for putting in terms I can understand.
Time doesn't matter.
Okay, let's rewatch
The note
this
has
again.
nothing to do with TikTok.
TikTok being Taka. God, her voice just brains my head. Alright, the note said to meet at 6 AM. What happened at 6 AM? Well, Taka got murdered.
Huffy had the note, right?
Fat Boy had the
Then the
note.
person it was intended for
The person it was intended for.
must have been Huffy!
No, that's false. How do I... I don't know how... Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm
But
gonna say
remember
that.
what the note said.
I don't remember what the note said. No shit, I
What
pressed the
time
wrong
did
button.
it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter.
Oh wait.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Nothing to do with TikTok. Oh, that's not right. Oh, I guess I have to suck them in the other order. The first note has
The
nothing
note,
to do
right?
with... Wait.
Then the person it was intended for
The person intended
must have been
was...
Huffy!
Maybe we'll just suck this one. It was intended
But
for
remember
TikTok.
what the note said.
The time does
What
matter.
time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
Wait, hang on.
The time doesn't matter.
Which one are they talking about?
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
You... Oh, my heck. Yeah, Taka died at 6. Which note are we talking about?
Huffy had the note, right?
Huffy had
Then the person it was intended
TikTok's
for
note. Yes.
must have been Huffy!
No, it's spinning and shit. Give me
But
that.
remember what the note said.
The heck.
What time did it say to
Did I
meet?
miss on the right one?
6
The watch?
a.m., I believe.
I think the watch has anything to do with
The
this.
time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
My brain is melting. I understand what they're getting at. I'm just wondering what inputs they want me to make. Do they want me to use
Huffy had the note,
watch
right?
equals what the note said?
Then the person it was intended for
Because he was murdered at 6. I'm
must
aware
have
of
been
that.
Huffy!
But remember what the note said.
Oh, I kept.
What time did it say to meet?
Broken wristwatch on the
6
time?
a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter.
Wait, like this is...
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Is there a way I can say this in like a linear way? My brain is like bad. Time does matter. Because like, what's going on here? Do they want me to shoot? Because what's going on here is the fat guy had Taka's note, which said to meet at 6. The other character's 1 AM note doesn't matter. So what do they want from us here? Shoot watch at last one. Does the watch actually matter? Is that relevant here? Shoot the last one with the broken watch. Okay.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it
I mean
was
the right
intended
thing,
for
right? Like this is incorrect. I mean,
But remember what the note said.
this doesn't matter.
What time did it
I'll
say
take
to
your
meet?
word on it, but like
6 a.m.
seems kind of dumb.
The time doesn't matter.
The time does matter.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
Please. Oh my word. I pressed control instead of space, so I sped up instead of slowing down. Sorry, it's just speed through.
But remember, what time did it? 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter.
I pressed the wrong key.
Nothing to do with TikTok.
Fine.
No, that's wrong.
I guess. Fine.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
I mean, you knew what I was getting at.
What the hell are you
I
talking
didn't
about?
know the inputs to make the right
note
output.
said to meet at 6 a.m.
What do you mean pay more
which is
attention
the
to the
same
game?
time. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed.
Yeah.
So, Taka was
Like
murdered
it's,
at both
it was,
the time
yeah, I
and
agree. It was a bit
place written
unintuitive.
in the note.
The voice is a little grating. Like I understood perfectly what's going on and what they wanted from me, but I didn't know how they wanted me to explain what they
I
wanted.
think that should be plenty
if you know
to show
right.
that this note was definitely meant
You'd
for
imagine,
Taka.
like, once you figure out what's happening, it should be really easy to, like, tell the game that you know.
Well, when you put it like that. No further objections.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Most of the time, you have to use a truth bullet. Okay.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster.
I thought we would be on the watch
But
because
if
we
they
used it
gave the
earlier.
note to Taka,
Alarm's pretty good.
what was
well
Hifumi
voiced.
doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Maybe
Where's
pants
your
do
proof?
mean underpants
Go
in
in.
this. The proof that he stole it is that it's ripped. Do you want to have? Are we going to show the ripped bit that's still in his hands? This bit.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then
Epic.
Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
Death
leaving
grips.
behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Yeah.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Literally, the pieces are coming together.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In
S rank.
fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact,
No, he's very
still
dead.
alive.
He's very dead.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Not one of those
Second
fake
body
deads.
discovery announcement proves that.
Maybe I should make cheese on toast after the
So
stream
then-
chat. What do you think?
Who
Got
killed
like some
Hifumi?
mozzarella lying around, or like some cheddar I could use or something.
Whoever did is
And some
the
like brown bread in the
mastermind,
freezer.
the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting
Could it
Taka's
have
body.
been the character who was upstairs?
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd
Do
all
it.
split up and were searching
Do
for
it.
Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait,
Ain't got no.
but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
How do I delete a character from the video game?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Can you get me some? Yeah. Make a grilled cheese. I get confused. Where, like, if by grilled cheese, do you mean the oven, turning it on the mode that only heats the top of the oven, putting the bread and the cheese on a, like, bit of aluminium, trying to be accepting, a nice sheet of metal, and then just, like, frying it under the heat. Stovetop. No, stovetop would be the hop. That would be, like, in a frying pan. What do you mean? The bob? Oh, sorry, I don't mean to have the bobbing
When
head,
they
sorry.
were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering
May I
me
say
even
aluminium,
more.
I don't know.
And what might that be?
Aluminum?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
What's the word I'm thinking of? Baking tray. Aluminium baking tray.
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file,
They could have just both been killed with the exact same hammer.
the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same. with them having similar fractures and all.
That's a really good quote, because that means that it was probably the exact same size hammer.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office.
Aluminium
and
baking
room, right?
tray. Frightened someone, I'm sure. They forgot about this.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
Seizure salad. Hell yeah.
then put the hammer back where they found it.
Ah, or it was the clean hammer, which
But
maybe.
wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Maybe.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that
Nice.
skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
That's a nice wool sad escalator you got there.
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Could it have been from the wall of hammers?
Personally, I haven't a clue.
No.
So which
It's a
hammer
mystery.
was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
A nice Jeremiah 985. The Rat Master himself.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible.
They probably should
They
start
were
using the
both killed
camera.
with the same kind of thing, right?
So are we just ignoring the fact that the camera is obviously
So
fake?
then,
Or, like, not
what was
fake, but like
used
it was
to kill
staged.
Hifumi?
I guess they might bring that up in a minute. The weapon that was used to kill Hifumi, was it the clean hammer? Because I actually don't know. I'm assuming it was one of the hammers. Could have been Thor's hammer, yeah. Spotless hammer, okay, I'm right then. Yeah, this is a
What
long
was
one.
used to kill Hifumi? Was it
I hope you're
Justice
jamming right now,
Hammer
chat.
3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Do we need to spotless hammer on the first one?
Whatever it was,
Because they're asking who
one
did it.
thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Well, they could just been in the same
How did
room.
nobody witness them carrying it?
Because it was in the same room.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Sort of.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Thank you.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Well, I guess it's
And,
that.
That's about it.
Never mind, I went through it. But that I think it's that one. Nice pseudo spoiler. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, but like, come on, man. It's cheeky.
What was used to kill
Let's
Hifumi?
run through it again. What was used to
Was
kill
it
them?
Justice Hammer 3?
Was it Justice Hammer
Maybe
3?
Justice Hammer
4 or 5?
There's one
Well,
thing. How was the culprit?
how could they move
How did
around?
nobody
How did no one
witness?
see it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5
I want to
is
listen to
about
this
make
voice
its
again.
appearance. Check out
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, I'm
murdergear.com/hammertime
sorry.
for more
I agree
info.
with you then. I completely agree with you.
One thing seems
I thought you were
pretty
being
clear.
like a cheeky spoiler.
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And,
Pew pew!
No, that's wrong.
I'm sorry for j'accuse. Sorry for accusing you.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice
We've had a
hammer
few
at
people
all.
trying to be cheeky
No,
and spoil lately.
It was something completely different.
but
My bad.
seriously? A different weapon?
Whoa. I thought you could only do stuff with murdering that had been marked as a
Specifically,
murder weapon.
A hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that
Thank you,
to kill
Samuel.
Hifumi. Now,
Or
all
Samantha,
the hammers in the
probably.
repository were covered in
The
flexible
Earl
grit
doesn't
and
work,
debris.
you're disappointed.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Bum bum bum. Samanthial.
If the hammer got
That's what
covered in
Samantha is short
Hifumi's
for, I
blood,
believe.
Of course they'd have to
Samantha.
clean it off.
Was there a
I'd
sink in there?
also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers.
Big
big
ones,
ones,
small
small
ones, ones as big as your head.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Murder gear actually
If
exists.
that's true,
Yeah.
that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds
imagine
being
so.
similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a
Staircase.
hammer
It's the
to kill
wall sad
him.
staircase.
And whoever did that is the
Can you not do
true
like a
killer.
wool smug staircase?
The one Hifumi was
Or like the
working
wool
with.
bee staircase?
And the
Or
one
wool
who
hee hee?
betrayed. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way
Nice.
the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Maybe he was gonna murder you.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous.
Yo, that's a wool bum
We talked
staircase.
about this, did we not?
Heck yeah. We did talk about there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. That's what we thought. But I mean, you can't just assume everyone would agree with you. Nice. Everyone has a different outlook. Spotless hammer. Well, we're going to do the old suck, aren't we?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than
A long
one
boy.
person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming
Graduate.
the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together.
That's the
on
contradiction, but I'm wondering how we get it.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In
Is
this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah, I guess Hifumi could have murdered Taka, and then Celeste murdered Hifumi, perhaps. Probably second on first. Were there only two oranges? We really say there was no chance. I think that's a hint saying
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
So I guess, yeah, we
It is
probably sucked the
impossible
second one if not the
that two
first one.
people work together on this.
It's so short.
That is
And we have all these
That
lives.
only really applies
I think we have
in
enough
this
lives
case,
to, like,
however,
brute force it.
There were two murders.
Did we get it in time? Alright.
Based on the rules, even if more than
Based
only
on the
one who
rules.
actually carried out the act
I am
can
the rat
graduate. Assuming the
who
rule
makes
holds
all
true.
of the rules.
No, that's wrong.
I keep thinking that text says cunt. Definitely does not.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Which means people were in danger all
What do you
along.
mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved
What if someone
per
uses
murder,
someone else as a
an
murder weapon?
accomplice has no risk
Yeah, the
versus
final blow
reward
person.
benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Yeah, you're risking
The
yourself for
payoff
no
for
reason.
working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking
Soundtrack
part in a
slaps.
scheme.
Beefy McMoist.
There's no point in being someone's accomplice
Excellent
if there's
name,
no
by the way.
benefit to you. However,
There's some
if
good
there
names in
were
chat
some
today.
potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Hina's holding a sword. Probably Hina with like a big old sword.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Who was the other person that
I
was meant to
think
be
that's
murdered?
what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to
You get that a
act,
lot?
murdering Taka.
Your parents have good
They
taste.
made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case,
Girl
there
with
wasn't
benefits,
one single
Chihiro,
person committing multiple
Fuji's uncle.
murders.
Is it a benefit for you? You up for
Instead,
that?
each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Incidents? I'll
And
grab
it only
my go ahead.
looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Yo, it was the
A
architect.
single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
I think it was definitely Hero in the robot suit. I think
By
it's obvious.
creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Le gasp.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with
Could
their
it have
plan.
been Big Goth GF?
And then to
Could have been
avoid the
Psycho.
no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yeah.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Bom 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 bom.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Yeah,
You think so?
I agree with you.
I can't help but admire its
Richard thing. I can't help but admire this childish murderer. I will say that Chihiro is a fine man waifu, if you agree that Hina was good as well. The knife in her stomach was just a toy. Yikes. Think of the one person in the room who isn't cruel. Hina. The effort made to convince the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that from the beginning, which means she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but two different incidents. Kyoko is really amazing, though. When you think about it, she's almost too sneezing. Almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved.
Like a hina staircase.
But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Whoa, who could have possibly done the manipulation? Which character is manipulative? Zoom, 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 zoom. It was Junko. Obvious, right? No? Okay, it was Celeste. It's like, it's definitely Celeste.
Here's my answer.
If it's not Celeste, I'm screwed, because I have no idea who it could be.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now,
Am I?
Am I?
Bonjour. Sacre bleu.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying,
She's French,
then,
not Russian.
is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
I'm so screwed if it's not
that I would
Celeste, because
choose
I'm
to
pretty
spend
sure it
any
was.
amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Oh, she's got an American accent now. What happened? Oh, she's putting it on. What the hell? She was putting on the French accent as well. What? How many lies is she hiding within those tales of hers?
Clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
Is that shit for brains, mon dieu?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only.
I just realised she's wearing a crown.
Considering what we've learned so far,
You both
it
like
only
dressing up.
further proves that the two of you were working together.
Goth GF. What do they have in common? Screaming.
Shoot!
That's true. What? They just said that's true, but it doesn't matter. Okay. That was right. What is it they have in common? They both encountered the individual. Like, that's what it was. But you
The
know.
behavior they had in
I thought it would
common
be the
has to
screaming.
do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Bomb, bomb, bomb,
Shush.
bomb.
The adults are talking now.
This man's trousers are a bit too tight, I think.
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
I'm gonna like slap him over the back of the neck with like a wet towel in the sauna
If
later.
we accept that Hifumi
Like
was one
bros
of the
do,
culprits,
you know,
we
guy
can't
stuff.
help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
The murderer lied about committing the murder.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search
Our
for this
character is like
individual, correct?
5'3". That's like almost 5'11", which,
And
as we
not
know,
too
is
long
tiny
after
compared to
that,
the mighty
do you
6
remember
foot.
what Celeste said?
I am the French.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
And nothing happened on the second
Next,
floor.
to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Kia!
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Nah, fam, wrong area. What's up, fam? That was an intense scream. I saw him, the costumed man. He ran off. I was blocking the stairs, so he went down the hallway and hecked off.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
I do not call him my partner. Oh yeah. Huh? What the heck was that? Came from downstairs. Why doesn't Smart Dude murder you? I don't know, I think it would be pretty obvious, wouldn't it? He'll probably just leave his glasses in the crime scene or something.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Why don't we split into the two groups? I don't know why you didn't just do all the murdering at the start, when like no one knew each other. Well then, Come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakaya. Also, Kyoko could have worked it out.
Well,
I guess
if
Byakuya might
Celeste
not want to
and
murder
Hifumi
people.
were
That might be
working
true.
together, all
If you want to
those
assume
chance
that he
events
doesn't want to
suddenly
murder
become
people to get out.
connected.
And he's not just putting this on, like
And
all the
on
other
top of
characters are
that,
putting what they're doing
that
on.
piercing cry of yours
How does self-defense
early on.
work in this game? Well, if you kill the person, you kill the person. If they're not dead, then it presumably doesn't count. Hiya! It's still
That was
murder.
to signal
It's
Hifumi,
manslaughter,
wasn't
but
it?
it still counts.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I was certainly not expecting this. Victory Screech. Just like in Pocket Monsters. He would be murdered. Chat, by the way, what's your
Celeste,
favourite Gen 1
you
flying
were
type?
the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Do you prefer Doug Trio or Far-Fetched? Perhaps even a Pidgeotto?
You wanted to make
Dodrio?
sure
I
we
love a
didn't
good
have
Dodrio.
any doubt in our minds.
I've got a Far-Fetched in my run right now because he learns Cut and Fly, so he's useful.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole
Or
thing was
Firo.
one big act.
Firo's kind of cool.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
She was gonna murder you,
Wait.
fam.
Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak
Golbat
out of
is
the
Gen
nurse's
1.
office.
Golbat counts. Scyther's cool. Scyther's really
Each
cool, actually.
piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very
Scyther.
ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Golbat looks scary in Gen 1. He has like... where's my 3DS? It's in the other room, but he has... like his whole body is his mouth.
I have no idea what you mean.
If two people kill each other, who does Monokuma kill? No one. Both suspect and killer has died already.
Don't bother trying to
The point
deny
is the
it.
trial is to kill the killer. Or to kill everyone but the
You
killer.
made
If the killer's
one
dead, then
fatal
that's solved.
mistake.
Scyther is really cool.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you
I think
first
its
said
sprite
it,
is really cool.
but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
Like, all the sprites in Gen 1 look really cool. I really like them.
I'm talking
Haunter looks
about what
awesome.
you said after
He's, like,
Hifumi's
actually
body
scary.
disappeared and we returned
Because, like,
to
the darkest
nurse's
color
office.
is just black. All the Pokemon that are, like, kind of purple in the later games to look scary are just, like, black. Like, a really dark, scary, like, ooh. Big old teeth. And when Haunter uses Nightshade, he, like, inverts between white and black. It's, like, actually scary. Missing these. My favourite bird type. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too.
What was so strange about
Then pay
it?
attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Yeah.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
The guy with glasses was paying attention to the video game.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I guess you can
Although
still vote
don't
on them.
really get what it means.
Also, nicely, Paris. Nice spoilers.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
No, it could be a spoiler for a different game.
If you're really not the culprit,
That's
you
interesting.
shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? She's the murderer. But she knew the murder happened because she planned it out.
All I said was, we must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it?
Nah,
what
fam.
was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When she said that, she would have only known about Hifumi's death. With that in mind, what's so strange? Which the word all.
All I said was.
Do they want me to shoot so strange into all?
They must really
Or both?
be
Both.
enjoying
I
this.
guess both of us.
Enjoying the sight of us.
Hey, this is
standing
fine. Us has
around,
nothing to do with it.
frightened and Confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
No,
I'm going to die.
because this is it.
Just like those guys died.
Oh, actually, no, wait, she
And
knows
that is
this
all I
now.
said.
Because she said those guys died.
That's all it
She's
takes
repeating
to
her
finish
past
this.
comment.
It's
She said
obvious,
those
isn't
guys.
it?
Like, those
What was
guys.
so strange about
You sure we don't
Celeste's
shoot so strange into that? You have to shoot those guys into the last one. So, this is a genuine question about the mechanics of the game. Do you have to do the suck in the right order? Do you have to do those guys into so strange? You can't do so strange into those guys, even though it's the same thing. In which case, is it purely trial and error? I think so, yeah, the order matters. Because there's no difference, right?
They must really be
There's
enjoying
literally
this.
no difference in the order,
Enjoying
is there?
the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must
Unless I'm
be
missing something.
positively
I might be
elated.
missing something.
We are all
probably
going to
am.
die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I'll
And
try
that
this
is all
order.
I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Chat, you lied to me.
Shoot!
You said try. Oh, fair enough then.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing
So was I
around,
right?
frightened and
The sight of us
confused.
standing around frightened and
They must be
confused.
positively elated. We are all going to die here.
That's true.
We are going to die, just like those guys died.
I guess we shoot it so
And
strange
that
into
is all
those
I
guys.
said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about
So wait, the
Celeste's
way I was
comment?
gonna do it the first time was right then. I got hacked. Oh heck.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just
Okay, I was right then. I
No,
got hacked.
that's wrong.
Oh no. Bamboozled. Like a doggo who thinks he's gonna go to the walk,
That's right.
but he goes to the vet
There's no
instead.
reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
She's like, what?
Exactly. And we didn't run
It's
into
okay.
her until
You did not heck
after
me.
we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Do not lag
So
now,
how did
computer.
you know, Celeste?
I shall wait for you to catch up as I drink this water.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they
Not
were
a
both
whoop
guys?
your ass.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Yeah. Oh no, this isn't Google. I get what you're saying.
you all have such.
You have to
vivid
beat me in
imaginations.
Osu
You
in
know
order
that?
to find me as the murderer.
Imaginations.
You claim
Imagination.
that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Imagination.
Then what about the picture I took?
Yeah, what about it? Oh, they are bringing it back.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi
I
away?
mean, we don't see any. All we see is the robot. We don't see a person in it.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the
Well, there's no
camera's timer
timer.
to
What difficulty you normally
set up
play in
the
Osu?
picture.
High, fast, zoom, big, like that.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have.
Well, he was
possibly
drugged.
fit
You
into
could have
that
just-
suit.
Because it doesn't have much movement, you could have propped it up, I guess.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Using both your browser and the Twitch app and it's echoing. Double the views. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
In
you.
other words, it is an unassailable fact.
A friend
that
told
this
you a
is
coin purse from
picture of
Japan that's a
Hifumi
man's
being
mouth.
dragged away.
Nice. It's where you store your mints.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely
It's
there
just a
are
picture.
other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No. There is
I was
no
gonna
other
say,
explanation.
no, there's no other explanation. She very much did. That's fantastic. It could have been the suspect of him dragging the suit. If it was Hifumi that was dragging, because at 1 AM, right, the guy was presumably drugged somehow and yoked into the suit. Apparently doesn't remember any of it. Weird. He was drugged, put in the suit. Presumably this was just taken at like 1 or 2 or however long it took him to move the suit. Because Celeste wouldn't want to move the suit herself because she's a dainty French girl. American girl pretending to be French. So she got him to do it for her. As her accomplice. And this is him like trying to drag it. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. Hifumi and the suspect have been drinking. Hifumi and the suspect are dancing.
I got it!
Okay, I was gonna say.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Dun 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 dun.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
The picture presumably was taken at
The
like
one
between
being
1
dragged
and
off in
6.
that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Yeah, that works.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yeah. Oh, it's time for Osu, or Taiko.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
There's no way that I could be the murderer.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
I love like the push of cheek fat. That's like an extremely good picture.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Yo, Dom Celeste. Is that really possible? Make your argument. Robo Justice costume. Yasuhiro, that's the 1 AM message. And the other one I didn't see.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
Yeah.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said,
It's probably gonna be what she
ridiculous.
says in one of these then.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
So?
If the person inside the suit was unconscious,
How did you know he was unconscious?
there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Yeah, you know there is, because the costume is stiff. I guess we push costume into the one in there then, right? You missed so many deaths. Oh heck. Hello. Or did you? They might not be here. The costume couldn't bend at the waist. Yeah, I'm assuming they want me to put
Dressed me up in that suit
it in
after I
there.
passed out!
Let's just play some more CSGO while we're
Then
there.
you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
Yeah.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Yeah.
Like I said,
Oh, sourdough bread.
ridiculous.
Oh heck, it's the woolen sleeve
As
though.
you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious,
I'm ready to press the
there's
space
no
bar. Smack.
way they could step.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
What does that say? Oh, counter. Fair enough.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Didn't bend at the waist.
That's right! They
Too
totally
animated.
made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
This is a new sprite, actually. This is her, like, grating her claws out.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed
Sourdough
and
bread.
stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to
Wow,
make
the
us
picture was
believe
fake.
whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Sure. Mm.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh yeah, Taiko time. I'm ready, Celeste. Hee 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 ha 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 hoo 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 ha ha. I probably don't need to voice this bit, do I? She's upside down and
Don't
shit.
make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
I don't like your American voice. Go back to the French voice. Is she French? Hello, Manly73, by the way. Is she French in the Japanese version as well?
You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem.
Ree. You get Hina to commit a murder, you'll get sprites of her as you take her down for murder. Yeah, you're right.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told
Try
us
not
as
to-
he lay dying?
I can't really cover it with my hand, but try not to look at the scary vibrating sprite. Who was it? Who tried to kill you? It was Yasu, hero. But he's just lying. She has another accent.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Was that on her finger? I think it's like a thimble or something.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
How did you know that? Bom 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 bom.
In other words, Yasuhiro Kagakure!
That or she's like a Pokemon? Maybe?
Right.
Or maybe like a
My
ring. It
name
might be like
isn't
a
really
cool claw ring,
Yasuhiro.
actually.
It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things
Look at
more
the smug girl on the right there.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Yeah, he didn't call him
How did he
Yasuhiro.
refer to each of us?
Oh, cock, I don't remember. Was it nicknames? Or last names? Oh god, I have not been paying that much attention. No, nicknames wasn't really his. I'm assuming it was last names, right? Yeah.
That's right. Our last names. He
Good
called us all
old
by
Japanese
our last
localization.
names.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'd call me Naegi,
I
didn't
know
you?
I heard him say Mr. Naegi
Hello.
more than
Smug
once, for
Kyoko is a gift.
example.
Smug Kyoko is extremely high quality.
So if
There's a,
Hifumi
almost
did
like
mean to
half
say
her sprites are
Hiro's name,
smug.
He would have said his
It's
last
good.
name.
I'm sure it was just incidental, by chance.
That is
because
true.
His first name, indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a No. There's no reason to think he would have said the
Accidentally
name
clicked,
any
I'm
different
sorry.
than normal.
I skipped her
But
voice
he
line.
must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to,
Don't talk.
and that's
How are you,
Celeste.
Manly73?
She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh, yeah.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation.
Oh, yeah, we could
so
look at
far,
her,
I don't know
look at her
whether to
book.
laugh or spit.
Hell yeah.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look
It's
like a loser
Yasuhiro,
to you?
not Yasuhiro.
Well,
Whoa!
do I?
That's a cool, that's like a Pokemon evolving sprite. He's like dark type.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in.
That's a
What's your
terrifying
real
sprite.
name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are
Don't talk about my
wide
ear
open
holes.
And listen up.
This voice actress is amazing.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
It's a OC. It's time for Osu. Hell yeah. Is it not? It's not time for Osu. I got excited. Ludenberg is Berg is a German ending. E Hamburg, right? Presumably they want us to yeet that in her.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
Except for your
how many
accomplice.
times do I have to tell you? My name
I'm gonna watch through the whole thing, but I'm assuming this will be a yellow, right?
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
This is a cool sprite.
And since you have no way to contradict me,
Pew!
No, that's wrong.
The English VAs are pretty good. I'm liking them more and more I've listened to them. It also means I don't have to do the talking.
The handbook.
What?
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Why does she have an American accent when she yells? So I think she's meant to be a localized character who's putting on a voice normally.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
The handbook is vital. It has your name. It's not an everyday notebook.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened?
Her real voice is Twitch text to speech.
Please, just tell us.
Hey, first time viewing, frequent subscribing.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Make sure to save the animals and put my vote towards Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Because.
You said Baka.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning.
You can't
and shed
handle
light on
the
all your
truth.
crimes, and that'll bring everything to an end.
Climax? Lude. Oh god, this sprite is incredible. Oh, he was chloroformed. He was chloroformed by the evil guy from Rayman 1 for the Game Boy Color. Mr. Dark or something. Dr. Dark? Yeah, someone Google that. Who was the evil guy in Rayman 1 for the Game Boy Color, which was apparently made after Rayman 2 for the N64 came out, which always confused me when I was younger. But it's on the 3DS Virtual Console, which made me happy. You can click on the question marks. I will remember. I will remember. Yeah, they yoked him into the robot suit. Then he dragged him around. He went into where our good friend Taka was. He gave him the big smack with Justice Hammer. Oh, I hate that. I liked Taka. And they were like, haha, here is the... Oh my god, there's like 10 pages. Bomb, 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 bomb. And there's like a blue sausage. Alright, Mr. Dark. Oh, Mr. Dark, actually. You're right. In this case, how did the killer recruit the accomplice? Was it seduction? Yeah, maybe. What are they looking for in these pictures? Crisps? Is it that? Because it's seduction? Or is that fake? That one I'm gonna say is probably not what it is, but we'll go. Act 2. Is that 6 in the morning? No, that's not it. This would have been at... Is this going to say what time was it? What time was it? This would have been 1 AM. Who was it that they summoned first? Well, is this one necessary? Considering the other... You know... I don't know. They knocked him out and stuffed him in the robot suit. They used a certain item to do it. To put him in the suit? Did they not just put him in manually? They knocked him out and stuffed him in the suit. They used a certain item to stuff him in the suit. I got no idea, I'll be honest. The power of chips? I think we'll come back to that one. To knock him out? Oh! They knocked him out and stuffed him in the suit. Oh, so it's a certain item to knock him out, not stuff him in the suit. That's badly worded. Come on, you can agree with me here. There's 2 statements, and then the next thing applies to one of them, and it's not the most recent one. Got you there, gamers. It was probably the hammer, like the small hammer that doesn't actually kill people, or falsify their evidence. Well, I mean that would be the suit, but yeah. Well, 2 was a weak one. I think. I mean, that was like the difference, wasn't it? 2 didn't really do much. What time was Taka supposed to head to the room? I missed Takara. It was meant to head. No, it was meant to head there at 6. Where's the 6? Was it not 6? That's like 7 past 7. I mean, sort of. That hour hand should be there, but I'm gonna put that in there. I thought he was meant to arrive in there for 6. Maybe I'm wrong. That's 6. It's tilted. Oh, it's a wristwatch. That's kinda... I guess he's looking at the watch on his hand? That's a little cheeky, but fair. Fine. It's the only other clock, so it doesn't matter, but a bit cheeky. So he smacked him with Justice Hammer 4. I mean... They... Is it not... Is that... Okay. In the library, he used something to fake the existence. Probably the camera that they're holding. I guess. Nurse's office. Haha, I'm not feeling too well. I don't remember actually what his reason was. So he yoinked the blood pack and span around in circles. Which Justice Hammer was in the office? Probably 3, wasn't it? Because he was meant to be... I think it was 3. There's the only other hammer. Then everyone noticed the bodies. There's Hina and Sakura and the others. He looks like he's got the hina hair going on there. You see that? He's like doubled up. And then in Act 6, he looked around and found a funny sausage. He used something to move the body. Is it that? What else would it be? The ball? No. The bag? No. The chips? No. The hammer? Probably not. He does the Doraemon. Doraemon? Nya. Haha, we did it together. Do 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 do. And then she smacks the absolute heck out of him with a hammer. Is that all of them? So it's not the bag, the chips, the ball, or him sweating it out. When you did the closing argument, you didn't pay attention to the hammer numbers, so you accidentally placed them in the wrong channel and got them... You accidentally got it right the first try.
Exactly what happened.
Nice. There's a chance I got it wrong, because I didn't really look at it too hard.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder.
This one I don't know
that
about.
person was...
So it's definitely seduction. Yeah. That one's probably not right. I don't know what they want for that one. Like it was... Is it this one they want? No, I thought they were using that panel, like, to make up for the word seduction. How did the killer recruit their accomplice? I guess... Because you see on the question mark here, I thought what they wanted me to put in there was seduction, which is the big booby model. But I guess they want me to use the word accomplice in there. Oh. I still wasn't too sure about that. I thought they were like, haha, was it seduction? Here is a booby lady.
The killer is
that one's put there to trip you up.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
You said you'd go back to that one. Yeah, I forgot.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Is this in his room? There's like a cool painting on the wall. Tick tick. I probably should have gone back to that one. That one was a bit shady.
They convinced someone to meet them in the rec room.
It's easy for the game to tell you it's wrong. His hair looks cool in this comic.
That someone they met with was Hiro.
And they didn't murder him because then they would have murdered 3 people.
Pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
Yep. Looks like I got the hammers wrong. They knocked him out with what? And stuffed him... Sorry, this actually does confuse me then. What? They knocked him out with chloroform and then stuffed him in the suit with what? Could be the chips. They used the power of chips. What else would they have done? Surely they didn't actually use the chips to stuff him in the suit, right? Justice Hammer 1 isn't a thing, is it? Backpack? The ball? I think this is chapter 1, isn't it? Sorry, let's look at the wording on this. They knocked him out and stuffed him in the suit to falsify the evidence. And they used a certain item to do it. You see, they use the word it, but then in the previous sentence, they do 2 different things. They're like, what? Is it referring to knocking him out, stuffing him in the suit, or falsifying the evidence? I think the camera goes in there. Where did I put the camera? I put the camera here. In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a criminal. Surely that's the... You can't put the camera in 2 things. Well... Well, no, because this has got the murderer taking the... Actually, the murderer would have been taking the picture. They knocked him out, stuffed him in the suit, and used something to falsify the evidence. Camera. Yeah? Then they smacked him over the head with a hammer. In the library, they used something to fake the existence of a criminal. The other one's too late for the camera. I guess so. They used something to fake the existence. This is why I put the camera in here, because they used something to fake the existence. They used the camera. Which is true, but I guess there's something else that fits there as well. Maybe they used the other hammer? Look through the panels you placed already. You placed again. You might have gotten something wrong and need to place the thing you need. Let's have another look. Which Justice Hammer was used in the nurse's office? I don't know. I assume it was 3. I don't remember that. They used something to move the body. It's almost certainly that, isn't it? They definitely used the trolley to move the body. And then they murdered. So that mallet definitely goes here. Trolley goes here. There's nothing here. This is... I mean, I don't know. It's one of the 2. I honestly don't remember. We'll get there when we get to it. This... Yeah, I would say probably the hammer too. They used something else to check, like... They used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Wait, hang on. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, look, I was choked to death by a guy. Here's a hammer on the floor, right? Because, this is Celeste, right? And this is them in the rec room. Hence the wallpaper. So on the floor was this big old hammer, right?
Here's exactly what happened. They drugged him.
I do like this
knocked him
minigame,
out,
though, even if it is a bit
stuffed him into the Robo-Justice
badly
suit.
worded sometimes. You can put it down to localization, maybe. Maybe it's easier in the Japanese version.
Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Do you think this was storyboarded before they did anything else? I don't know, they might have done that. Like, these might have come before them actually programming the chapter.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro.
Well, I mean, I would have translation problems and localization, like when they have 3 elements and then the next part of the hint says it, when it could have been one of 3 things.
When they were done with him,
I like to imagine
they
the
shoved
original
him,
people
still
would have caught up on
unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Because they did it at like 1 AM, they could have moved him around easily.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Justice Hammer 4.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Here he's
The
thinking,
murder
think about the
weapon was
anime I could
Justice
watch
Hammer
now.
4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Fair enough, Spindle.
So, Next, they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and they wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds.
Oh, I misremembered. I guess that was the Hifumi in the library
that
thing.
the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator, and Justice Hammer 3...
You're right, Horror Shell. Bloody hell. What's up?
And turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
What's wrong?
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
This is your first time moving alone?
And Hifumi once again
are you living
took
alone now?
advantage of the situation.
Or are you moving back to your parents alone on the airplane?
He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the
You're
nurse's
moving back
office.
alone? Oh man. You alright now?
And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case.
Yo. What the heck? Did she always have those ribbons?
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Oh, yikes.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit
She's gonna be
You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
American voice.
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Her name is Taiko. That's why we're gonna beat her in Taiko.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Well. Best gambler. Guess it was all a gamble. Yo, 1,200 points. That's a nut. Not in the bank. 97 points.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Did you get like yoke around like a big old gambling hall station or
It is
something?
indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are
Pre-recorded scene.
tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong
Celeste has
one?
accepted her
What's
fate.
it gonna be?
I mean, she
What's
did
it
horrifically
gonna
plan out the murder of
be?
2 of her friends. You know. She's not an idiot. Just a yambler. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that was like a casino sprite. It's a formality, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened was Celestia Ludenberg, aka Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach him with this plan. Game's good. How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. She relied on her specialty, for lying. Don't make me laugh. I don't have to lie to him to get him to agree.
So then...
Did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're right. To get him to act as my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. Oh, it's not seduction. She nicked the laptop. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning by name, but it was the one thing they were both super into. Ah, yes. Ah! But she's being nice because she's not telling Monokuma about it. To make us feel worse about her being horrifically executed.
Say what?
She's keeping it hidden.
Just a second.
We're in the middle of an important discussion here. I'm out of the loop, brother.
In other words...
You're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Yeah, actually. What's she talking about? The laptop with the soul of our friend's dead body sort of imposed onto it. Kinda. For the sake of story. So you know the programmer girl, boy, who died? They had a laptop with a special machine learning tech on it that has like sort of like a copy of their personality on it. And both the people who died this chapter were into it. Because the fat guy can't speak to women and the laptop was nice to him. And Taka had his dead friend on it as well. But that's all we know so far. Hold your keyboards
Actually-
if there's more to that. Don't tell us. It was about to be stolen. I know who did it. What?
Are you okay with this?
Taka stole it. Oh.
So then...
Is the anime actually that bad? Oh my god, look at his room. He's found a use for the digital camera. I've taken and you know what Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it in there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course. Put your keyboard up there. Like, hold it in your hands and, like, up it goes. How did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. It's the game but without you playing it. Oh. I guess it kind of spoils the game if you wanted to play it then. You're correct. I don't know why Taka... Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did.
As for
He
me...
came into my room unannounced and then it was hard for me to even say. And abused me. God, she is a good liar. And he took pictures. He said if I didn't do as he asked, he would show them to everyone, so I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime. That means I'll work with you.
Say what?
I never thought you would go that far. Is Twitch randomly pausing for you? Have you tried just like manually pausing and playing? It might be like skipping around. It's amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I haven't said before in my life. I'm going to heckin' get him.
Most
The game's a lot to cram into
unfortunate.
24 episodes. I mean, if it's 24 episodes, I thought it was like 12 episodes. Yeah, 12 is way shorter. That's like 5 hours to cram a 30-hour game into. And if you cut out the dating stuff, it only cuts out like an hour, doesn't it?
Hmm?
If it was 24
Actually-
episodes, it'll probably be fine. He has made you this target.
What?
Escape, don't you mean Taka's going to try to kill you? What?
Indeed.
So he can keep her to himself. That boy.
Completely unforgivable.
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? God, she is really manipulative. Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her.
Save her!
You get to live. Yay. Hell yeah.
Actually,
Then how would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape the school. Hee 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 hee. With that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Wow. You like his head spike? Tells everyone what he's feeling at the time. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect the item had on it was remarkable. Ah. The power of I. As twisted as that can drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have a question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Obviously, yeah. It was a pain in the bum. I asked him to make something to hide the face and body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
What?
So why did you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm glad your stupidity surpassed merely my every expectation. Life has been tough on your parents, though. Wow. I feel like I could cry. Maybe she's keeping up the arsehole technique, even to the end, so Monokuma doesn't suspect a thing. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how do you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you actually let him live?
Are you okay
That's
with
simple.
this?
After he did his part and played dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but barely managed to hold on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning about what happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. And at that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so no one would doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It's very straightforward and stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the component. Component? Let's go with that. Hifumi ate it up, because he's fat. As they keep drilling into us. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right until the moment of his death.
So in the
Well,
end,
right at the moment, though. You planned to kill him all along. How long have you been streaming for? 3 hours and 7 minutes, so I'll be ending at the end of this chapter. So I can go to bed and work tomorrow. I still haven't fixed trying to get FFmpeg working on Android. It's been such an enormous pain. Once, it will work eventually. There would have been no point into my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life something? That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. I hit my mouse by accident, I'm sorry. You sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about
No,
that.
he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
What made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million? It is a lot of money. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought has been escape. Oh wow, really? I would never have suspected. All along you've been saying how you would accept living here. Wow.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie. Wow. Yeah.
Hey!
Tommy didn't kill anyone. I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one, more than anyone else in here.
You little
I wanted to get
bitch.
out. Every day was fresh torture. Could you not have gotten her a new voice line for this? You want to know why?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. Accepting a life in here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours? I
isn't
have a
it
daughter.
wonderful?
Oh. I want things. I want to live in a Euro castle. Yo, nice. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to slash as my butlers slash bodyguards. My god. What a cool character. Once I obtained that, I would have a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
You think she's more of a Romelia Scarlet person than a Sakuya Izue? She wants to have vampire thralls. Exactly. Living my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what my life is about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's 10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge.
There is nothing to be
My
done.
dream has been scattered to the wind. I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the end, so why wouldn't
Just
I?
the worst.
You sound so passionate, yet were you really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's pointless. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own errands. I feel nothing.
Do you
10 million won't get you a
understand?
castle. Well, she said she made a killing. She said earlier that she only made 1 million, but I bet that was a lie. She probably made like 100 million, and she needed like another 10 million to put down the deposit. Also, you can definitely buy a castle for like 10 million. It might not be a nice one. You can definitely get a castle for 10 million. I'm like, I don't know, eight relationships away from someone who owns a castle. Quite a few, to be honest, but like, I don't think they paid 10 million for their castle, unless they did.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. How can you be calm? I don't think they have I think they just own the castle. It's just them that live there. I think they've been trying to sell it forever, and they're just trying to like sell it off to like weddings and shit. Maintenance costs are probably through the roof. I think monetarily they're fine, considering they bought a castle. But I think you can buy one for 10 million. Why aren't you scared? Don't make Hina cry. My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. Yeah, you don't have to pay thralls. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But if I could be reincarnated... Cheap it on castle sale right now is 750,000. God, that's almost as much as a single bedroom terraced house in London. If I had a choice, I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Hee 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 hee. She smiled then. When she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. 8-bedroom castle. 8-bedroom castle? Could you not do a bit better than that? Like eight bedrooms for a castle? She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement must have been her final lie. In that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price. Castle's more than 8 bedrooms without dungeons.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything
Heck, I've
we've
got a bit of my beard caught in the tripod. I keep doing that.
punishment
I keep like pressing this against my beard and then I get this hair caught in it and it really hurts. Your favourite execution?
I guess I'll let Kyo
Should
go
you ever have a
first.
favourite execution? Just think for that for a
What?
few moments. This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
You gave them the key
Which is
to
why-
the laptop where it's been locked.
Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone.
Eat
Perhaps
a
we'll
dick.
meet again in another life.
The voice is better than the French voice, I agree. Better than the American voice she was using earlier as well. Wow, the psychopathic stabby person killed someone. Who'd have thought it? Javier does a great job. Yo, what the heck? Did you get burnt at the stake? As a witch? What the hell? The burning of the Versatile's witch. Yo. School's massive. Like sad music and all sorts. And thighs. Is she actually a witch? I hope she doesn't actually scream really loudly. I get frightened of screaming. I don't like it. Oh my word. Yo, it's the fire police. Are they gonna like throw oil on her, or are they just gonna yeet into her? My word. That's quite a way to go. Yikes. Does it just fade out to black? Monka S. That was really cool. I thought she was gonna like shriek, and I was like, what the hell? That was quite the execution. Yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, being killed by being hit by a truck is probably much better than being burnt alive. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but that was really cool, actually. What was the second execution? It was the guy in a motorbike being spun around in a circle and being electrocuted. She wanted to be burned, though. Yeah. And for him to come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
And gee, I thought you were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
She wanted a special execution but was killed by a road vehicle, one of the most common causes of death. That's an interesting point to take out of it. Yeah. I thought she was going to get like a really cool burn at the snake thing that was hot and horrible. And she got like ran over by the fire ambulance. What do I care about hope? I'll just throw it in the trash if you let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're the embodiment of the Scarlet Devil. Mondo was the guy with the focaccia bread hair. Enough of the murders give us Hina in a swimsuit. No, that's too lewd. We just get her in her underwear and nude instead. No swimsuit. My destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, but that reality can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? I'm sick of... How strange. I'm sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest. Anyway. Did you see some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
What's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then...
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body? How much longer am I streaming? The end of this chapter, which probably isn't too long.
Ooh,
Oh geez. I don't know. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. They like inject a camera into our eyes or something.
hello.
Things are getting awkward. It's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Can you guys stop enjoying your... You can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that it'll do anything.
see ya
Hoo
later.
hoo hoo, see ya. Tracker chip. Yeah. That or they like... She like chopped off her hand and got a gunslinger instead. Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Monokuma mentioned it already, but what's the key he gave you? Yeah, it's probably the one to the dressing room lockers, with a laptop in it. Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
Sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. We'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Well, the spy's still here, which is probably question mark lady. But it might not be. Might be Hina. All along. We left the courtroom, went to the dressing room. It's still chapter 3. Okay, we'll go to the end of chapter 3, presumably. As we approached the dressing room, she looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? He looked at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is going to draw more attention from us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Well, it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm going to make it to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are going to go together? Does that mean what I think it means? I'm going to save this picture of Hina.
Okay.
Good luck. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show them a little backbone. Yikes. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there, alone.
Shall we go?
Let's go. Where's Tommy?
So then...
We need to get into the locker. Kyoko took the key and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw a disembodied head. Hey, what's up, fam? It's been a while. It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from her bottom. Hey, Tommy. We're going into the bathhouse with your wife. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the whole time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon, maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait a while longer. Now we can say the case is closed. As far as the incident is concerned, sure, that laptop is getting broken. Can you take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own at the school?
You.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However.
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried. Worried. Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural you think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No, I believe in you.
What?
I mindlessly believe in the hot character. With gloves. It's the gloves, chat. Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's what I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. Doki doki.
It's
I
true.
understand. Maybe I can believe in you just a little bit more.
That's
Then, fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, I have bowel problems. What I heard from Kyoko blew my mind. Right after I told her I believe in her, she told me a story that was unbelievable. I decided to confirm what she said with my 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come, and where it did, I went into action. ...
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera in it. And the storage closet in there, way in the back. The way back of the boys' bathroom. Alright. In we go. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. We're probably playing for like another 5-10 minutes if you want to like see the end of the VOD at some point. I was right to check all the bathrooms then. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret, could it really be hidden in here? Aha. It's the wall. He said it was in the back. Seriously. I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. As if I was being yanked in. Whoa. Gashunk. At the same time I heard the sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Badump. I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out that the back was like a revolving door and I made my way through to the other side, just like Kyoko said.
Correct.
I guess no one would notice that her bathroom is in there. She was going to the bathroom in there. This is the secret room. What's in here? Tissues. Someone's been having a big ol' sneeze. I guess we're not looking at the tissues. Student registry. There's only one thing in here not covered in dust. Someone been looking at it. Ah, the 16th student. Before I had a chance to look at it, a slip of paper fell out the file and I turned my attention to it. What is this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. Well, it's them saying, stop, don't do the murdering. I could understand I can't leave, but you must not leave? They're instructions. My head feels funny. It's like deja vu. You must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Yo, what the hell? We've been killed by the Power Rangers. A strange sound rang out through my head. Felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth, and then darkness. I don't know what's happening, or what started it. It's all over, and with that I opened my eyes. I don't know how long it had been. Ow. Something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. There was a dull throbbing pain in my head. Like I'd been listening to Toko. An empty bookshelf. Empty. It's all gone. The yearbooks and the registry and even the note that I'd found. It's all gone. What does that mean? My brain refused to do more work. Like a Twitch streamer. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room and get some rest. The end of the chapter. My body was heavy with pain, and my mind was heavy with thought. I dragged myself back to my room. Did I? Somehow I made it back to the 1st floor of the school. I guess it is nighttime. The further... Good morning, woman. Oh fuck, good morning. The further I walked, the more I felt things were getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. Can't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the Yim. It's Hina working out. As I hauled my shaky frame towards the Yim, the sound got stronger and stronger. Krav Maga. What's going on? Here in the Yim. I didn't make a sound. Kacha Baku. Haga Yina Hia Kaching. Baka Dadong Shashashashashayang. Oh! Oh, he's helping her with her training. That's nice of him. Before we raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No one side's human, that's for sure, but it is Sans Undertale. Regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you?
What do you think you're doing?
Think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you define
Oh, so this isn't him helping her with
This wasn't
homework.
part of the deal.
The deal.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise.
Ah, so it
no
was
longer
Sakura all along.
regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize
Ba, ba,
what will
ba.
happen if you go through with this. You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... Whoa. It's a character that we haven't had any reason to doubt so far. Stand tall, galactic hero, the end. That was cool. Yeah, everyone's heckin' dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. TBC. Tom who died. Shit. I need him. You got Super Robo Justice. Nice. Cool. I'm gonna press the escape. No, I'm not. I'm gonna press the escape button. Cool. I'm gonna end the stream there for tonight, chat. It's a nice, juicy midnight. Good night. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks everyone who stayed from the raid or from the start of the stream. We will be stretching. No, I'll be live on Wednesday because I take Tuesdays off. Also, I need to go to the shops tomorrow. But we'll be live on Wednesday. I don't know if we're playing this or OSU. I'll need to think about that. We might play this again on like Thursday. So keep an eye out on like Twitter or Discord or something. I'll mention it. But I'll see you all soon. We'll be continuing with the game. I'll probably just say Thursday. We can do OSU on Wednesday. We'll play this game on Thursday. There you go. That's a plan. That's how you schedule. But yeah, see you all soon. See you actually Wednesday if you're there. But good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Do you want me to host something while I am here? Actually, I probably should, right? I should like give Cerny a host or whoever's streaming. But I will end in a second. Who is live? Truck's live. Want me to host Truck? I can host Truck. He's a nice boy. He's playing Minecraft. I'll host Truck. All right. Is he still actually playing? I think he is, right?
Did you put the Maggle box?
He is live. Okay, cool. I'm gonna host Truck. See you all on Wednesday. Good night.